Right.
We're here. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Happy Father's Day. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, my brother?
Happy Father's Day to you.
Come on.
We'll have to do this. We're in a bubble.
We're in a bubble.
All right. So happy Father's Day, guys, and welcome to 2021 Father's Day celebrations.
Our second one.
Second one online.
Online,
Recognizing fatherhood. And we've been forced to bring it to you this way for a second year in a row. But I think we are quietly kind of pleased about that, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
It's definitely not as much hard work. So yeah, we're here, but we're hoping today to give you a fun-filled show. So, happy Father's Day, first and foremostly to any men and fathers that are out there. Happy Father's Day to you.
Stepfathers, uncles, grandfathers, all of you. We include all of you in Father's Day. So we introduce ourselves for people that don't know us.
Might make a bit of sense. Yeah. So he is.
I'm Courtney Brown, and I'm the founder and director of Father to Father CIC. And he is.
I'm David Mullins, and I'm the founder of an organization called Father Figure, Children and Family Services. And as well as it being Father's Day today, Father Figure is celebrating 10 years.
10 years.
Of 10 years.
Come on, man.
10 years of.
I think that deserves a round of applause out there. Come on, 10 years.
I give myself one.
Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, you know what? While I was driving up, I was kind of reflecting. I was thinking, well, my daughters were they're 24 now. They would have been 14. One of my sons would have been 8. The other one would have been 5.
Wow.
I wasn't married.
Wow.
So many things have changed in that time. But yeah, it's been 10 years. It's flown by. And it's been one hell of a journey. I've enjoyed it.
Can I say something actually? Because I remember when I started Father to Father, and everyone's like, have you met David Mullins? Have you met David Mullins? And met David Mullins. And then I went to a conference in Roehampton College.
I remember.
And then
that's where we met for the first time.
That's where we met first time. And then I met David there talking, and since then just built up a relationship. So congratulations on your 10th anniversary, bro.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you very much. So today we've got a fun-filled show. We've got the bikers, which we'll cut to in a minute. And if you don't know who the bikers are going around London, and they are going to be delivering prizes to unsuspecting fathers who we wanted to kind of reward and acknowledge their input, acknowledge what they do for us in the community. So we've got our very first biker surprise for Inspirational Father Award coming up really soon, actually. So look out for that. We'll cut to the bikers. If you see a motorbike come on the screen, that is our head biker. So don't get scared. Don't think the authorities are coming in to take us over or anything. That's our head biker, Duke, who is en route to surprise our first father, who we know isn't watching actually because he's in church. He's in the best place he could be on a Sunday. Trust me, I know, as a preacher man's son. So he's in church, and church will be finishing any moment. Now, in fact, it may just have finished, so they might be doing their little keke. Did you see sister? Did you see sister blah blah hat? She never have it on properly, The skirt never covered the knees. Yeah, some of that stuff. So they're doing all of that now. So we're gonna catch him when he's coming out of church. So we got the bikers. We've
also got the comedians.
We've got 3 comedians coming up for you. Rudy Liquid,
Mr. C.
And finally, I put on the advert, the Bayesian Cockney. I don't know if he appreciates that, but to me, Quincy's the Bayesian Cockney. So we'll have those 3 comedians on. We've also got live Yo-Yo's Lounge. We'll be bringing performances to you. We've got some good performances today. I think you'll enjoy them for sure.
And then we've got the family games.
There's
some controversials going on with that, because there's one family saying they won last year, another family saying, so boy, I don't know.
What we've done is we've put them against each other. Oh. We've brought back 4 families from last year, and you could call it a Champions League and a Premier League, or a Champions League and an FA Cup. So the first guys are going to be up for the FA Cup because they were losers last year.
Definitely.
But the second guys, that's Champions League. They're competing for the real overall championship.
Great.
So they'll be back on. What else have we got? We've got some guest speakers.
Some
of course.
Really influential guest speakers from the community. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shall we move to our first?
Yeah.
Well, firstly, actually, can we see the bikers? Are the bikers out there? Are they en route? Can we see? Okay, here we go. I don't know if you can hear us. Stu, can you hear us? That's Stu on his way to the first drop off. We will speak to him shortly, but I think
Have we got our first guest our first guest, Elliott Ray? Is he there? Ray, Mr.
Here.
Elliott Ray himself. Happy Father's Day, my brother.
Happy Father's Day, man. Happy
Great
Father's Day to
seeing
you
you.
both.
morning, Elliot. How you doing? Oh, afternoon. Sorry.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Yeah. It's been a long day already, right?
I'm telling you, you're right. You're right.
So, Elliott, thank you for blessing us today. How long ago have I met you? Like 6-7 years?
I think it was 2017, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. 4 years
Up
ago.
in 4 years, what? Down Brent Cross.
Yeah. In the KFC.
Something to eat, yeah. Well, so I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, I'm going to let Elliott. Please, Elliott, tell the people who you are.
Hey, everyone. So my name is Elliott Ray. I'm the founder of a platform called Music Football Fatherhood. But before I get into that, I want to say big up because this looks so cool. Like when I saw the biker guy come up, I was like, "Raw, this is proper stuff. Like this is cool. No, this is amazing. Well done, guys. Like I'm loving it." But yeah, my name is Elliott Ray. Music Football Fatherhood. It's an online platform supporting dads. It's all about open conversations around fatherhood. So we want to get into those conversations that men aren't likely to have with their friends, or with their colleagues, or with their families. And we do that through a few ways. We have a blog. It's got hundreds of articles from dads for dads, covering every stage of fatherhood, and every topic is on there. We've got a podcast called Daddy Debates. We do monthly peer sessions for new dads online, and we also have just published a new book.
Yeah, please show them again. Show them again, Elliott.
What's the name of the book, Elliot?
Dad.
It's Dad. Oh, it's called Dad.
Simple, simple.
Tell us about that book. Tell us what inspired you to write this book. Firstly,
right. So this book has been 2 years in the making, and I could probably write a book about writing the book. Right? It's been seriously, the journey's been mad. We approached publishers actually, and they said there was no audience for the book. It's 20 dads writing about fatherhood from their own perspective. They're from all backgrounds, from all ages, all across the UK, and there's some deep stories in there. There's one guy called Alec. He talks about widowhood and his wife passed during childbirth. We've got Andy who had 3 miscarriages, got a stillbirth. Raw stories from the heart, a level of vulnerability that I've never seen before. And then we've got some of the challenges that a lot of us would experience. A story about growing up without a dad, or co-parenting, or identity, work-life balance, that kind of stuff as well. But we approached publishers. They said there was no audience, and I was like, whatever. So we crowdfunded last year, and we raised £12,000 in 2 weeks in November.
Oh, well done,
excellent.
And then we took the book to the professional typesetters and printers and editors, and we have published it now. It's in Waterstones, it's in Amazon, it's in W.H. Smith, and it's just reached the top 10 bestsellers for fatherhood in Amazon, and it's number 1 in the hot new releases in Amazon fatherhood book charts.
And they said that there was no audience for this. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you believe it? Right? They all said they said they love the writing, they love the stories, but basically you're not famous, so no one's going to read it. Wow. And I was like, look, it's not about famous dads. This is about just everyday dads, like the majority of the population. It's about telling their stories. Because don't get me wrong, sometimes it's good to have a celebrity, and that's nice. There's space for that. But what we can relate to is people that are just like us, that are teachers, accountants, whatever it is. We go through things, and we need to talk about our experiences. So that's what it is. And people have just connected to it, and they've shared it, and they're buying it, and it's changing lives already. I can't believe it, to be honest.
Elliott, you mentioned earlier on about vulnerability. How important do you think it is for us men to be vulnerable?
I think, do you know what? Like those traditional ideas about masculinity, they're so damaging for us. They're really damaging. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's all cool. Everyone likes to be that sometimes, but it's a challenge to be like that all the time, and not all of us are going to achieve that. And when we can't achieve that, we need to be able to be ourselves. And being ourselves just means you can be your true self with your friends and your family. And life is hard. Do you know what I mean? Life is tough. Like anyone that's a human being is going to experience loss at some point in their life. They're going to experience challenges, redundancies, whatever it is. Like that stuff is just inevitable. And of course, we need to be strong for our families. I'm not saying we don't, but at the same time, we need our outlets, and we need to be vulnerable. Like, I don't know if you saw, but this week I shared an article with the BBC. It was around when my daughter was born. It was very, very difficult. We were in intensive care, and it was touch and go whether she was going to make it, basically. And my wife was in a bad state as well. And I went back to work straight away, and I ended up being diagnosed with PTSD. And that's the reason why I do music, football, fatherhood. But I shared that article this week on the BBC, and it basically, I've had like hundreds of messages. I don't know when I'm going to reply to them, but hundreds of messages saying, like, this resonates with my experience. This is something that I've been through too. But there's never been a space for men to talk about that. It's a common experience.
I think it's an excellent thing that you're doing, Elliot. I mean, obviously, Courtney and I are well versed in being in this space, but there's so many others who don't have or don't know about spaces like this where they can access this stuff. So before you go, we'll get you to tell us a bit how people can access your spaces and stuff like that. But also, I mean, you've spoken a lot about fatherhood naturally. What about the music and football side of it? Let me hear a bit about that. What was that? What was the thinking on that? Because I mean, you know, over the 10 years, I've incorporated a Father's Day football tournament called Fathers and Fathers, and it's got a load of traction. And what I noticed is that we went from having a few hundred people to over 1,000 people because these guys are on this Barbers and Fathers football competition. And I think I'm assuming the astute person I feel that I'm speaking to, that there was some definite method to the music and football element of the dealing with fathers. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, do you know what? When it started, I would like to say it was just the things that I like doing, basically. So it was very much like, what do I want to see? And I guess that is a sign, really, you know, doing more research in terms of how to engage men. Like men, we like to gather around an activity, you know, like, so we need to do something together. Yeah. And music and football are like unifiers, you know, no matter, you might not know each other, but we all play a football game, right? We all listen to music. It just brings us together so easily. So I think and also it's about saying to guys as well, like, obviously fatherhood is a part of who we are, but it's not saying we can't be rounded people who still have interests, you know? So it's about a lifestyle. It's not just about you're a dad and that's all you are. Like, we have rounded identities, and that's fine. And we can gather around that. And I think, like, football, I'm a QPR supporter, which is not controversial at all.
I was coming to ask you that, you know, and the only reason I'm going to let you off, Elliot, is because if I had a strong arm, I could throw a stone and throw it in that stadium from my house.
Okay.
So I kind of let you off with that. I give you that.
So you're a QPR fan as well?
No, I'm not. I'm a Liverpool fan.
Next time at a game, we can go to a game.
I've been to quite a few QPR games. You know what? Let's make it a date. I actually go to a QPR game with you next season, 100%.
Okay, 100%, cool.
I'll go to a home game with you, and then you can come around to mine after, because we haven't met before. So let's definitely do that next season.
100%. Courtney, come along. There's a guy called Rob Neal. You might know him. He does.
I know Rob. I know Rob.
Oh, you know Rob?
Yeah. He's a QPR fan. Yeah.
It's a good friend of mine, man. We go together.
So we'll definitely make it a date.
Can I just ask a question before? What's next for music, football, and fatherhood?
Next, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, just bigger and better, really. Like the plan is to push the book and make sure that is used in communities. So we don't want it just to be a book that people have read and put on a shelf. We want it to be something that can be used to spark conversation. So, there's a chapter by a guy called Ronaldo, RP Faulkner, chapter 2, and his chapter about growing up without his father, I think, is recommended reading for everyone, because the way he describes his experience and the outcome that could have been for his experience is so articulate and so beautifully written. I don't think I've seen it like that before. So I want that to be used in groups where people can, like, Ronaldo can do a book reading, for example, and there can be a discussion around that. But also there's discussions around other things, like, chapters around baby loss, or my one around birth trauma or co-parenting, and use the book in community. So we're trying to do that. Also, the podcast, doing more deeper episodes of the podcast, more of our monthly sessions called The Lodge for new dads. So just bigger and better, really. I'm also doing lots of work with corporates. So I go around and speak about how to support working dads as well. So I was at like HSBC last week. I'm at John Lewis on Wednesday. So doing that kind of work and just saying, look, this is how you support working dads that work for you as well. So for me, it's just more of the same, really. Just trying to get bigger and better.
Great.
Excellent.
Great.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on, man, and we definitely have to hook up. We this first time I'm meeting you, Elliott, but yeah, we got to do something soon, and who knows, next year it might be you here too. But thank you for coming on, Elliott. It's been excellent, and I will hold you to the QPR game. We'll definitely go QPR next season.
100%. Before I go, can I just say, go to www.wearedad.co.uk, and you'll find links to all of the stuff to buy the book, all the stuff to our website and whatnot. But I just want to honor you guys, like Courtney. I think I put something on LinkedIn like last year saying Courtney's one of the guys I look to as an unofficial mentor, just the way you are and the way you embraced me, like with brother love. And I love that about you, Courtney. Like you're a proper guy, man. I love you, man. And big up David as well. First time we met, but you know, let's go to that QPR game. But big up what you guys are doing. This is amazing. This is so good. It's so needed. It's amazing.
Thank you very much, Elliott.
Thank you, Elliott.
And enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, guys.
Hope you get the dinner you want.
Take care, guys. See you later.
Take it easy. See you later.
See ya.
Wow.
Excellent guy. Yeah.
Amazing guy. I'm telling you, when you meet him, he's such a nice guy, David.
So we should be going over to Duke, I believe, because I think we should be, if I'm... Duke, how you doing?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are here. We're here to buy command them back. Said, give a shout, ladies and gents. Yeah, we're here.
I saw a lady there. Why did you say buy command them? Didn't I see a lady there?
I beg a bike of fam them.
Oh, sorry. All right then. It's because your mouth's covered. I thought you said man them. Thank you very much. Sorry. Duke, thank you very much. I believe you're at the first destination for our
We're outside of the place of worship.
Yes. You can name it because we suspect he's in there kind of gossiping right now because church is finished. So you can name where you are. Tell us where you are.
We're at the New Testament Church of God in Wood Green on Wood Green High Street.
Cool.
And we are there, I believe, to
So we are there to award a gentleman called Anthony Ford. I'll just tell the audience a bit about Anthony Ford. So Anthony is a gentleman I've met maybe about 8 months ago, but the amount of testimonies I've heard about this gentleman in terms of how he's motivated, inspired, nurtured and encouraged young people in and around, not just in Tottenham, but elsewhere. A lot of the young people through Anthony have got into the music industry and they've been abroad and have come back. So this is why we're honouring Anthony today.
Right. So I think we're waiting for him. It looks like they are doing a bit too much gossiping in there, but we're waiting for him to come up for you, Duke. We're waiting for your contact. Do you
want to be big and bold and go in and find him?
Whoa! If you want to run the risk of the pastor taking you to the altar and praying for you, then you know, maybe go inside. Maybe go inside. Go
inside and ask for Natasha Ford.
Natasha Ford,
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to ring a bell. I'm only joking. 1 second.
I wonder if they're still preaching. Lord.
They should have finished.
No, I'll definitely verify that first. Trust me.
They should have finished by 1. Hold on. What kind of church is it? Is it a black man church? If it's a black man church, then they're finishing at like 2:30. Like, seriously, come on. He might get rebuked out of that building, you know. With all them bandanas on, they might think he's up to something. You know what I mean?
For real.
The whole church turned around and looked at me like I was Sodom and Gomorrah.
So you see, church is supposed to finish at 1.
They're still, bruv, they're in full flow still.
That will be why we can't get hold of our contact.
Exactly.
Right, what's the name you said? Natasha Ford.
Yeah.
But
One
we
second.
want Anthony
Anthony
Ford.
Ford.
So
Anthony Ford.
Anthony Ford who we're looking for.
But she will obviously know. So bear in 1 second. Let me
Yeah,
try something.
yeah. So we want sister, our brother Ford. Our missionary, our deacon Ford. I don't know. Hi Phyllis. Phyllis says, is that Phil? Is that Phil or Phil? I can't. So it says near her ends or his ends.
You
They might go take him for prayer, you know.
right. Let Natasha know. Surprise. So we have an award for him. Okay. Yeah, she needs to come out. But obviously, the dad don't know nothing about this. So he get a Father's Day award, but the dad doesn't know nothing about it. So you need to try and get Natasha for me, please, yeah? I mean, disturb the church, yes? Anything for father figure and father to father, man. Yeah.
Sister Natasha might be leading testimony service, so
Just to jump off the pulpit, innit?
take it easy.
Look at the back. Oh, it's inside. Natasha.
He's still on the altar. No.
Is this?
Oh, Tash. Hello. He's still at the altar.
Still at the altar, but he should be coming off in a minute. So give me 2. Oh yes, Andy is here. He's here.
Oh, you there? Anthony.
Hold on. He is.
www, yeah? So listen, what it is, hold on to this, sir. Please just hold that back. That is your bag.
You take him outside with the bikers.
Take him outside.
Give him the biker salute. The biker salute.
This is what they've done for you. This is all of us. Look, this is all you. This is all you. Come. Walk with me. This is better than my girl, Annika Rice. We're better than that. Okay. All of us are here on a voluntary basis for you, sir. Yeah? And you have been awarded an award. Can you please read out very loud what it says? Read it out loud.
Inspiration Black Father Award.
There you go, sir. How do you feel?
I feel very, very humble.
Just talk, have a conversation with the panel in the studio, sir.
God bless you all. Thank you all. You know, I'm not very often lost for words.
I heard you running over time.
Yeah. So, Courtney, you humbled me. You've done it. Thank you. God bless you. I was on the altar worshiping, and I rushed off thinking that there was a problem, and you've done it again. So,
Anthony, it's a pleasure.
Such an amazing honor. God bless you all for such an amazing privilege and humble.
Hold on 1 second. Rev up. That was all for you, sir. That was a little gun salute for you and your family. God
bless you. Listen, I don't know what to say. Seriously, thank you so much, man. Thank you, God. And I continue. Got happy Father's Day to all the fathers, all the biological fathers, all the spiritual fathers, all the brothers, all the uncles, all the cousins, all the people who play a fatherly role in the lives of our children and in the lives of our children within the community, not just the Black community, but all the communities that we continue to serve, that we continue to support, that we continue to love and encourage. So God bless you all. God keep you all, and may all the fathers continue to do such a great job. Salute.
Thank you.
Courtney, God bless you, my brother. And God bless what you're doing.
Admit you've been done.
I've been completely done. I've been done like a clipper, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll call you, yeah? I'll call you, my brother. I'll call you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well
done. Congratulations. He looks properly chipper, ladies and gents.
Right.
We can't. Yeah, so back to you guys in the studio.
And thank you very much, Duke. Off you go to your next destination. Thank you. Right. So this is our first award that we've given today to Anthony Ford. Very surprised. Obviously. We've got two more. We've got two more for you in the next 2 hours or so. We're going to keep it moving. So up next, let's tell him who we got up next. We got our Yeah. Up next, we've got a man who hails from the same neck of the woods as me. He's definitely a veteran in the comedian business, and he's been around for a minute. He was actually there at Father Figure's launch event 10 years ago. He was comparing for me then. Let's show some love in the chat for Rudy Liquid. Where is he?
Oh my God. How you doing, gents?
We're good, thank you. Happy Father's Day, Rudy.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Dave, 10 years, and Courtney, Father Figure. I keep mixing up the two of you. Because
you just did it again. You just did it again. So it doesn't matter.
Father Figure, David.
Yes.
Father to Father, Courtney.
Yes.
Am I got it right? See, that's the thing. See, I'm a granddad, so it's like senility is kicking in.
Have you superimposed them children around you because they can't deal with your madness? They're just like, you know what, we ain't coming around here.
You're right about that. They can't. But I just wanted to say to say big up to all the fathers out there, and I think more so big up to all the dads. I think there's a difference between being a father and being a dad. Yeah, I'd like to bring up an image of there's an image of a dad and my granddaughter. That's Mr. Williams, and basically I'd just like to say thank you to him, because he was the one who actually showed me what it was to be a dad, not just a father, if you follow what I mean. Yeah, I think that's so important to make that clear distinction.
Let's see, have you got that image of Mr. Williams?
Yes, have you got the image of Mr. Williams?
It's coming. And you know what? I think if I'm right, let me see that. When I think right. So what was Mr. Williams? What was he to you?
He
Rudy?
was my first daughter's. There you go. That's Mr. Williams there. That's my granddaughter.
So Rudy, when I saw that picture, yeah, I know you're in the middle of your thing, but when I saw that picture, I was like, I know that man. I lived in the same block as that man in Stonebridge for a hot minute, man.
Yeah. So
I know Mr. Williams. He's a good guy. He's definitely a good guy.
Yeah, so you can imagine what it was like for him when he saw me trundling up to the 13th floor, knocking the door about, I want to see his daughter. Do you know what I mean? And then he embraced me. But he, like I said, he taught me what it is to be a father, what it really means in terms of sacrifice and commitment. Because there's another picture there that I've got of my dad. I'd like you to show that picture of my dad. Come on, Theo, man. Come on, Theo. Theo, get your finger out. There you go. That's my dad. That's what you call a gallis. That's what you call a gallis. Them man there. Do you know what I mean? Those are the man that
he put them his cock. Yeah.
You see there? You see there? I'm telling you, you know, rude boy. Yeah. I just want to send out a full respect to Mr. Williams and for all the work that he has done. Yeah. In terms of raising me to be a father. But I'd like to talk to all the fathers now because it is Father's Day. Yeah. And I know we don't get treated the same way when it comes to Mother's Day. Yeah. Because look at the kind of food that we get on Father's Day. Could you please bring up the image for me? Could you please bring up that image? Come on, Theo. Boy. There you go. Now you see what we get? That's what mothers get. Yeah? And that's what we get.
Chicken foot.
And I'm thinking that ladies, you got to step up, man. You've got to step up. You've got to appreciate us for who we are, because we're really struggling. We really do struggle. We really do struggle. I mean, ladies, you really don't know what we go through. Can I get my violin, please? You really don't know what we're going through. Where's my violin, man? Give me my violin, yeah? I deserve this violin because
I'll give you one. Seeing as it can't come up, I'll give you one.
Yeah, man, it's ours work. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. Poor team. I feel sorry for all us fathers out there. You get what I mean? Because the type of presents that we get on a regular basis, yeah, when it comes to Father's Day. I mean, show them the kind of underpants that we just get on Father's Day, man. It ain't right. It ain't right, man. Look. Come on, man. Moms, we're sick and tired of the underpants, all right? Look after it. Please, look after it, yeah? But I loved the talk that you had with the gentleman who just now recently came out with the book, Dad?
Elliott.
Yeah,
Elliott, because I think that as second generation coming down, born in the UK, that we're passing down good vibes to our youngsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would like to show a reflection of what I've seen my son-in-law doing and what I know a lot of other people's son-in-laws doing. So if you can bring up that clip for me, Theo.
That is like
no, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Take that one off. Take that one off.
like a ball.
Like a ball.
Okay, we could look at this, but I would have preferred it the other way around, to be honest. But it's the other clip. It really is the other clip. I think it's important that we kind of like see just exactly like how transfer learning begins and where it actually starts from.
Rudy, I don't think you can find the clip.
You can't find the clip. It's time you should sack the YTS boy there, you know, sack the YTS boy. That £25 an hour don't seem to be working too good. But anyway, okay.
Let's go with the other clip then, Rudy.
Okay, then let's go with the other clip, because I think that a lot of fathers struggle with this. Yeah, but we get through. There's the clip. This is the clip.
Oh, well done, Talia. Good girl. What is this word? Vest. Yes. Well done. Vest. Yeah, you wear a vest. Daddy wears a vest. Yes, Daddy's vest and Tali's vest. What is this word?
Fish.
Yes, fish. Well done. Oh, this animal likes fish, likes eating them. What is this word?
It's so fun fish.
Yes. What is this word?
We will see.
Look at it.
Cat.
What noise does a cat make? What sound?
Meow. Meow.
There we go. I think that's. Thank you, Theo. I think that's so important to show. I think it's so important to show, because as our daughters and as our children grow, do you know what I mean? You start having to meet them on different levels. And I said to my daughter the other day that she must learn to embrace her failures. So she hugged me, and I thought that was wrong.
Thanks, man.
I thought that was wrong. But like I said, I did say that fathers, we do try. And sometimes I think we need to be applauded for that, because when we get it right, the joy that we see in our children's eyes is unbelievable. And this is my last clip and my last word that I'd like to say. And that is the clip that came up earlier on, Theo. Could you just run that last clip for me?
That is like a ball. Like a ball.
How's it supposed to go?
Like a ball.
Like a ball? Like a bow?
No, like a ball.
A ball. First I go like this.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Mommy always do that.
I know, but can I try?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that how it's supposed to look? Okay.
Thanks, Theo. Did you see the joy in our eyes?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's what a father can bring. That's what a father can bring. So I just want to say congratulations to the both of you, because like I said, there was nobody really teaching us what we needed to know. And the people who have taught us, like my eldest daughter's mother, Dad, I would like to show him the appreciation that he deserves. So keep doing up the work, guys, and you will see me in the chat. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rudy. Thanks for joining us.
Rudy.
Excellent.
No worries.
Thanks for coming along. Nice one. Enjoy the rest of your day as well. I hope you get the dinner you want.
Oh, the man's made me cry. Oh, God.
Poor thing. All right. Hush. Now that was a beautiful piece, and it does speak to the evolution of fatherhood, right? Because we just didn't see that stuff. A lot of us, many of us, didn't see that growing up, and again, kind of reiterates the reason why Elliott Ray's book is so important, because it's almost given us permission that look, we can be these vulnerable men in these spaces. We can express ourselves. So thank you very much, Rudy. And who we got up next? Kehinde, where's he? Is he here? Kehinde, how you doing, Kehinde?
Yeah.
Kehinde Ogunlabi,
Can you
how
hear
are
me?
you, sir? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, I'm well. I'm very well.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Hear you, brother.
First of all, happy Father's Day, my brother.
Hey, happy Father's Day to you too. Very good show, by the way. Excellent
Thank you,
show.
Kehinde. And I mean, look, I think I met Kehinde through you, or when I was with you. We went somewhere.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, we went over to South London, right, to Brixton.
That's
There was
right.
that little kind of community thing, and I think we was on the train on the way back is when I first met Kehinde, and he's now someone who I can actually consider a friend. We've had a number of conversations. Some of them when he's hiding from his wife, sitting on the kitchen floor, but we won't go into
there.
that right now, Kehinde. But yeah, Kehinde, we wanted to have you on today and we're going to hit you on two fronts because you know, you're not necessarily known for your work in the field of fatherhood, but you're obviously you are a father. But you know, you made a documentary, and we're gonna play a snippet. I wonder if should we go to that first?
Let's go to that first.
Should we go? Are we okay to go to that first, Theo?
Yeah.
We'll go to that and then we'll come back and speak to you. Yeah.
Sound rolling, cameras rolling, Fatherhood documentary.
My name is Paul Lawrence. I'm an IT consultant.
My name is Darren William Osborne and I'm self-employed.
This is making noise.
My name is Jide and I'm a civil engineer.
My name is Shola Adebi. My occupation is varied. I'm an educational consultant, professional storyteller, and director of a company called Narrative Mindfulness, which is aiming to alleviate individual and group suffering through creative techniques.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
My name's Dino Williams and I'm a trade union official.
I think 5 minutes. Okay.
My name is Michael Douglas Ingle Clark, and I'm a primary school teacher.
Coming to this, I think might be about 30 seconds.
My name's Dave Waters. My occupation is I'm an accountant and also a property developer.
Okay.
My name is Andre Konsu Sankofa, known to some as Professor Konsu. What do? I'm an entrepreneur, an urban polymath. I do various things. I lecture. I teach in colleges. I teach young people in colleges. I'm also an author of 2 books, a father, amongst other things.
My name is Jason Nilsson, and my occupation, I'm a fire alarm engineer.
Right. Kehinde.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, before we get into that, I mean, I just want to pay some homage to the first gentleman that came up on that screen. He wasn't someone I had a lot of direct, actual experience with, but I know a lot of people in the community did, and I had some indirects, and I did have a few, you know, never really face to face actually. But Paul Lawrence, who we lost less than a year, I think it's still less than, it was less than a year, and I just want to recognize Paul, you know, in his family,
definitely,
because he was the first man on that clip. Yeah, so I think Kehinde is muted at the moment. If you,
you can hear me.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about, you know, why did you get into making a documentary about fathers?
Well, you know, I just like Rudy Liquid was talking about the fact that, you know, the mothers definitely get highlighted, and there's so much work that's been done with the mothers, documentaries, books, and whatever. And it's like fathers is kind of like an afterthought. And also I wanted to highlight the fact that there are good Black fathers that do their jobs year in, year out, every day of the week. And they are actually the unsung heroes. They're not really the ones that we think of first as being the heroes. It's more like our Malcolm X's, our Kwame Nkrumahs, and so on and so forth. But the unsung heroes are the Black fathers that do work every day, and they don't get that praise. So I wanted to put them out there and also show positive Black male, strong male figures in leadership roles.
Can I ask you, Kehinde, why did you want to show that? Where was the energy come from? What was the source to wanting to show that?
Well, when I actually first had it in my idea, I had the idea in my head for about a good year and a half, and I just filmed it on my iPhone when I was with the Man of the Academy. I came home, showed it to my wife, and then my wife was saying to me that, you know what, you should put that together as something. You should put that together as something. First of all, it was going to be a film. Then I broke it down to be mini-series so people could access it anywhere, whether they're on the train, whether they're on a bus, or whether they're at home. So it was 10 episodes and 10 minutes long. So it's easy and accessible, and people can start sharing it, which they did.
And how can people see that?
Well, they just they can actually either go on to the Man of the Academy official website, or they can type in Father's TV show, and it will come up.
So you've
I'll put it on the chat as well.
Okay, great. So you've mentioned Manhood Academy on a few occasions now. Tell us a bit about the Manhood Academy.
Oh, well, so the Manhood Academy is a urban rites of passage program for boys from the ages of 8 and 12 and 13 to 19. And we just take them through their paces and their journey through, the difficult transition to boy to men with a range of different activities, whether it be team bonding, leadership, confidence, cooking, residentials, all those type of things that can bring out the confidence in them, because we get a range of different boys. Some of them on the verge of exclusion, some of them are quiet, and some of them in between. And we just try and help them get through that difficult stage, which it can be, again, which Rudy Liquid mentioned when he was talking about becoming a father and just giving them direction.
Before we ask you, Kehinde, to let people know how they can get in contact with Manhood Academy, can you tell them, because obviously I know you for years, my brother, teenagers, and I was very touched when you spoke to me about the work you do abroad, the school. Please tell the community what you do, because I think it's amazing, and I think I want to push that with you, and I know David wants to push that as well. So please tell the community, Kehinde.
Blessed, thank you very much for that. So for the last going on more than 10 years now, I've been doing major work in Nigeria, Lagos, where I'm from, where my parents are from, in an orphanage with around 100 and 150 orphans in a summer camp in Ipaja, that's a part of Lagos. And I've raised thousands of pounds for a summer camp that runs every year, just so that the children can have a nice summer throughout each year. And we pay for the staff, we pay for the meals of the children, pay for certain school equipment, so when they go back in September they can have it. And it's a really humbling experience, and I just love the work.
Thank you for sharing that. And for me, I wanted to share that because you can see somebody on the surface, but you don't know them deep down and what they're about. And you talked about positive Black men. So you got an award from Father many years.
I did.
Of the amazing work you're doing. And I think there's something for me that when you see somebody, even if it's their behaviors, what is going on for them? Ask them rather than making a judgment. Don't just look on the surface, you know? And that's why I want you to share that, because people may see you on the surface and see Manhood Academy, and then they see you as a school teacher, but there's more to you as a black man. And that's why I want you to share that. So thank you, my brother.
Big up, brother. And listen, it's a fantastic show. Fantastic show, man. Fantastic show. You guys are definitely raising the bar.
And before you go, just with regards to the Manhood Academy, where are you guys based currently? In terms of if someone wants, I know you said you're going to put it in the chat, but if someone's got a child and they're thinking that sounds up my street, like, what areas are you operating in? Where, and how can people, and how does it work? What time is it? When is it? Tell us a bit more.
Cool. Right. So the Manhood Academy, we've got a project at the moment in Birmingham. Just finished that one. We operate in Latimer Road in West London as well. And we're coming up in East London very, very soon. People keep asking us about that. So we're in a range of different areas in London. If people want to get hold of us, or if people want to register their child or want to register interest, or come and see our parenting workshops, because we do Parenthood Academy, which runs side by side with the Manhood Academy for boys. Go onto the website, all the W's, manhoodacademyofficial.com, or go into our Instagram page, Manhood Academy Official.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Kehinde. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Make sure you get the dinner you want today, or
in fact, my eldest daughter made me brunch, so I have to pick up my eldest daughter who came home and made me brunch.
Wicked. Kehinde, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We're going to see you
Enjoy
again.
the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
All right, take it easy.
Wow.
Right, so
Great
that
guy.
was Kehinde of Manhood Academy, and as you know, as you rightfully pointed out, they're doing some great work, but the work that he does as well over in Nigeria is some really needed work. So now for us to move things on, and by the way, if you want to send a message to anyone, please do that via whether it's Facebook or YouTube, and obviously we'll stream your message at the bottom of the screen. If you want to big someone up, show someone some love, one of our guests, make sure you do that. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's get a bit. I mean, last year we had a DJ.
Yeah.
Right, and I want to big up Freddie G. Because he couldn't. He was willing. He was ready. But I mean, for legality reasons.
Yeah, just call him out.
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, we couldn't do that this year. But last year this time we were dancing around the studios.
Come on.
And sweating.
And flying flag and calypso.
Yeah. All of that. But today we're doing something a little bit different. And so we should have with us the Ray Palmer. Have we got him with us? From where is he? The Ray, how you doing?
I'm doing good, gents. How you doing? You good?
Yeah, we're good. Happy Father's Day, brother.
Happy Father's Day.
I didn't just borrow Rudy's glasses, by the way. These are mine. These are especially mine. And I know I saw him earlier, and I thought, what's he doing, man?
So the Ray, we've kind of stolen your thunder because we've already put the name of the first artist on the screen, but we are handing over to you because Yo-Yo's Lounge is all about you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you a minute to tell us a bit about Yo-Yo's Lounge. We're going to have you on screen all on your own. Tell us a bit about Yo-Yo's Lounge and then introduce today's first act, and we'll go from there. Not us on screen.
Listen, first, let me just say hi to everybody. Happy Father's Day to anyone on here, all the fathers, all the men, whatever age you are, as long as you're a father or if you support in any way, any young person, any child, happy Father's Day to you. Blessings. All the women as well for the work that you do. Okay, first, before I even introduce the music, let me just give you a quick background on me. My history is from the music industry from I was about 18, working with pop bands, doing various things. This is one of my little ones running in the room, forgetting that I'm live. Okay, so for me, I'm here to kind of promote Yo-Yo's Live Lounge, which is part of my company, which is called You're Only Young Once, which is where you get the yo-yo from. And what we do, we work in accredited training with young people, where we do media training, music training for them to learn how to do sound engineering, also in their recording skills and songwriting. Now in the media, we teach them filming, production work, various stuff within the whole entertainment industry. So we've been going for quite a number of years. We work in several boroughs in London. So Yo-Yo's Live Lounge is a spin-off. It's an advertising marketing for the same company, but just giving some of those young people that we work with within the industry of music and filming an opportunity to show their skills. Okay, but we work with young people and adults. It's not just exclusive to young people. So Yo-Yo's Live Lounge is a spin-off. And from that, we're just going to show one of the young persons here she's her own songwriter in her own way, but she's chosen to do a song for you guys that is more familiar. I think you guys could more enjoy it if it's something that you guys can relate to. So the first song here is from Martina Lee, and it's called Before I Let Go. Some of you guys would recognize this as soon as you see it come up. Yo-Yo's Live Lounge, guys.
You make me happy, this you can bear. Yeah. It's clear right beside me, yeah, and I won't forget. I really love you. You should know. I want to make sure I'm right, boy, before I let go. Now we've had our good times that we can say. We're hurting each other, yeah, and boy, it's a shame. I won't be foolish, no. I wanna know. I wanna make sure I'm right before I let go. You know I thank God sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing I would not do. Before I let you go. You go before I go. Woo! Come on. Before I let go, yeah. before I let go.
Okay, I just want to thank Martina Lee for that. There's going to be a couple of more performances coming up a little bit later. So guys, don't run away. We're going to be coming in. What we did is normally with the live lounge, we'll be in a venue where we've got lots of various people coming out to support. Obviously, over the past year, we just found one of our studio spots just to record live in that way. So you're going to be getting that kind of COVID version of the live lounge at this time, all right? At this moment, I'm going to hand back over to David.
Did you see that message? Did you see that message from Rudy?
I did. What did he say?
He wants his spectacles back.
No, Rudy, I apologize, bro. What it was.
What had happened was.
Let me hand it to him now. Here you go, brother. Thank you, guys. We're going to come back shortly.
Yeah, we love that track from Martina. That was an excellent track, and awesome. And we know she's back later. So yeah, we'll see her again.
Yeah, you're going to get some more full live band performing there, guys. We'll come back a little bit later on.
We'll be back over to Yo-Yo's Lounge soon. Thank you, DeRay. See you in a bit.
Yep, sure. Thank you.
Excellent. So let's bring on, guys, we got to keep this thing moving because we're trying to keep to a tight schedule. And up next is our family game. So let's firstly bring in a man who's not here today, would normally be here in the studio with us. He's not here today. He could tell you why he's not here because I don't want to chat the man's business, in all honesty. But where is he? Louis, let's get Louis in the room. Here he is. Here he is.
Oh, yo, I didn't know we had to scrub up, man. I see DeRay with shades on. I thought it was it's cloudy in London. Some of your guests are flossing. I didn't know it was flossy. I just came in regular outfit. Is it like that?
Boy, you know DeRay.
Can somebody teach Rudy Liquid about DMs, please? You know he's old already. Teach him about DMs.
So Louis, you're here. You normally be in the studio.
Happy Father's Day, man. We're greeting the guy.
Happy Father's Day, gents. Thank you to all the dads, all the fathers, to you too as well. Father to father and father figure. It's all love.
Always.
So yeah, you're not in the studio with us today. As I said, I'm not going to chat your business, so that's up to you if you want to give any reason for it or not. But you're going to be hosting our family games, and what I must tell you is that you should have had first family game should have been the Coxes versus the Bassett's. However, the Bassett's are a bit of a no-show at the moment.
What?
So, yeah, but what we've done is because the Goppies, who are in the Champions League final against the Braithwaites, or you would say
Braffet.
Right. All right, you said Braffet. Now, what we've done is because the Goppies are related to the Coxes, we thought, you know what, we'll give them 2 times to shine. The Goppies can slap up the Coxes or vice versa. So that's who you've got. They're in the room waiting. We don't know if we can do our duck game at the moment, but we can go with our others. So we'll hand over to you for now to keep it rolling.
Thank you very much. Well, listen, it's great to be here, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing the guys in question. And to David's point, the reason why I'm not live and in action is because I didn't look quite studio ready. So I was getting some Botox treatment because there's a couple of crow's feet, black starting to crack. So I wanted to stay on point. I was ready for 2022. So I was getting the treatment done. You know what I mean? I don't look as young as I used to, so I'm working on it.
All right, let's get those families in the room for you.
Let's get them in.
Hey, there's the Goppies and there's the Coxes.
Yo, Goppy family. Yeah, Cox family. What's going on?
Afternoon. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
And to you as well. That does mean now, do we have the ability to go with 2 games that don't have ducks?
We might actually have ducks. Have we got ducks?
No pressure.
Because some things just changed.
Let's with that. We can flow with that. Essentially, what we're going to do in which case, right? The Goppies and the Coxes are related, right? Now Tony thinks he's a genius, and I can see his boy in the background. So I'm going to speak well of your father today. And the Goppies are on Daddy's left-hand shoulder now. So this is going to be about intelligence. Get in with the promotion. Get in. All right, now here's a moment to be proud of your dad or not. Should we kick off with family fortunes? Right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
You're not going to get what you're not going to get, families, is you're not going to
You
get.
hear me okay?
Oh, we can hear you loud and clear. You know your mic's always working. Yeah. What I probably will do, and again, David and Courtney, you guys will play ref. You'll let us know how we're doing for time. You'll let us know if we have to move on very quickly. I think we'll get a couple of questions off, right? So, families, are you ready?
Yeah.
And before we get started, quick introductions. Guess who's in the room on the Goppy family?
Ready? Yes,
Hey, hold on a minute, Louis. 1 second. Tony needs to sort his internet out because he's moving about 5 seconds or more behind real time. So if he's got a cable, he needs to plug that in. Otherwise, he's got no chance.
We'll win.
He's got no chance. He's got no chance of answering the question first.
He's lucky. He's lucky. We've taken talk internet services into consideration, so that may not be a problem. Tony, you did. Tony, open the door.
No. Give me a. In the room.
And that's why
change my device.
They're never ready.
Listen, Shola, I don't understand. Yeah. This guy is internet ready Monday through to Friday. How the hell, when it really matters, has he got no internet connection?
This is the family wars that I'm telling you about. Our side is always ready.
Shola, this is the opportunity. Shola, you have the opportunity to divorce yourself from the Cox family into the family culture.
Long time.
For 30 days.
Long time.
His sister
and his brother are good, but that one long time, he's gone.
30 days worth of divorcing of the Cox family on this one, right? We'll start with you. Fortunately, we're going to ask you a question, then we'll go over to Talk and see if it's going to get any better. Yeah?
No problem.
Right. Now, you can confer. But you're going to get one question each, right? So, you boys, you there, family? You don't let dad think he knows it all. He's getting a little older, right? Right. First question. You're going to get the same question, Tony, but wait, don't rush. It's going to go to Shola first, then it's going to go to you. Top answer wins in terms of response, right? Right. Shola, going to you and the proper internet connection. Name something a student takes to school with them. Confer. Go and confer before you ask. Again, name something a student takes to school with them. You want the best answer, don't just a answer. Because, Daddy, it's been a while since you were at school. Whoa. Because I heard some answers and I'm trying to help you divorce the Coxes. Think again. Name something a student takes to school. I didn't say whiz. I said takes to school. Takes to school. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to divorce the Cox family. Tony's little boys jumped forward to help his daddy out on that talk internet.
Okay, we ready for our answer?
Go ahead.
Our answer is school bag.
Okay. Now, the answer that we have is school bag. Right. Thank you. Tony, you heard Shola's answer, the Goppy's answer, right?
Where did he go? So we win by default. He's gone.
My lefty man, he talk, internet connection.
So we win that point because the Coxes are gone.
Hold on, let's give him a chance.
Hang on, you guys don't try it. Thank
you, Vodafone 5G. Thank you, Vodafone. What's up, Tone? Now, very simple.
What was their answer?
Who's in the room with you? What's the name of your son, please?
Name of my son?
Kyron.
Kyron, this is the moment
for some reason.
Daddy's not
What's
quite
up,
ready.
my nephew?
He's not quite ready for the care home, but get close to him because he may need your answer. Right. Kyron and Tony. Tony, confer with your son. Don't just go for it. Very quickly. The question was, name something a student takes to school with them. Now, bear in mind that Shola said, that's a cue for you, Shola.
I knew that. School bag.
So don't say that. So you got to top that answer. What do you think? The little boy at school, you should know you taking to school. You asking the boy for every day he's going to school. Tony.
What was their offer?
Their offer, Shola, was
school bag.
See, they said school bag already.
So give me another one. Let you back. I'm trying you more, yeah.
So we're gonna go with.
Are you sure, Tony? Lead by example. Go on.
He wants to say computer, but I think we're gonna go with pencil case.
Okay. Go on. What private boarding school you boy going to? But he's taking really, right? All right. That was the first question. Our judges will be looking at that to let you know what the answer looks like. Very next question. Back over to you, Shola, and over to the Gopi family. Name a kitchen appliance. Name a kitchen appliance.
What's an appliance?
Confer, get it right, confer. Your family's live across the universe. Anything is that you say will be live on the internet for eternity, representing the Goppies.
All right, we're going up with stove, cooker.
Cooker. You just give me about stove. Cooker. Okay, you're taking cooker. Okay. Cooker slash oven. Same difference, right?
Oven, yeah.
Okay. Right. Back over. Now, thank you. If you can respect the rules and remain silent. Over to you, Tony and Kyran. Name a kitchen appliance. Tony.
Kettle.
What?
A kettle.
Kyran's on fire now. He's feeling confident. Okay. To our judges, I hope you're taking scores because I'm a man and I have an inability to multitask. Right. If I'm not mistaken, the very last question, let me get myself ready, is, have I got, our judges aren't there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze these two in. They may make it 3, they may make it 4. Right. I'm going to go in reverse order to put the pressure on the Goppies. So this question goes out to the Coxes. Name something people ask you to smell. Name something that people ask you to smell.
Why?
What else do they ask you to smell?
Smell. That smells nice. That smells nice.
Can you think of anything?
But it might be
No. What do most people? What do some people say?
Listen, this show don't last 3 hours.
We're gonna go with perfume.
Thank you, the Cox family, the Gopi family, like they had a coronary. Right. Over to you guys. You got an opportunity to confer. Tony and Kieran have gone with perfume. Name something people ask you to smell.
We're gonna say they stole our first answer, by the way, which Stuart's inquiry, but we're gonna say candles.
Candles. What a very posh. Huh?
What can I say?
We're burning big time candles, boy. Listen, in your time, Shola, we're burning incense from the Rasta man on the corner. But
you know what? I should have said that because my daughter's got about 9 packs in her bedroom.
There you go. Right. Final question in the family fortune segment. Right. Back over to you, Tony. It's back over to you, Kyran, right? Because you guys get the second 2 questions. If you were a superhero, what power would you want to have? Now, bear in mind, Kyran, you are young, sweet, innocent, you're wonderful, and you've got the world ahead of you. And your mind is not like your father's.
Can it be more than one? But
one, little boy, one, right? Tony, we know what you're going to say. So we want Kyran's answer. If you were a superhero, what power would you want?
Like Superman. What does he have?
Wait, could it be like
Flash has got speed.
Could it, oh my gosh, Dad. Could it be like
All right, Kyran, we can't hear you around the universe. Those whispers are working.
Could it be something like Frozen?
Like what?
Frozen.
It could be.
Frozen's in The Incredibles, Tony. He freezes things. Right, you got 3 seconds. I need a response. Tony, in 3.
Freezing.
No, not that one.
Wait. You're overruling your boy?
Yeah.
That's right. Listen in
No, we can't go with that one.
What are you going with? 3 seconds, Tony. I'm going to have to flip over.
Super strength.
Super strength. We'll take super strength. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 30 seconds it took to give us the answer as well. We love you and appreciate you. Over to the Gopi family, right? Shola and the family. I can see your daughter's muscling herself in as though she's going to come with the answer. Wait. Let me ask the question again. If you were a superhero, what power What power would you want?
I am officially a superhero because this was one of my Father's Day presents.
Oh,
and
bless.
the agreement was we've come up with. Oh please.
Come on.
The agreement was to be invisible.
Like that, just way mightier.
So you've gone with invisibility.
Invisibility. That's why.
Thank you very much. Well, that's very interesting. I think we got our refs in the background. We're not going to schools immediately. I don't know if we are. See now, to David and Courtney in the studio, are we tallying up the scores, or am I ready to go with me? I'm going to go with my scavenger hunt if they give me an opportunity. So,
right. So we wasn't tallying up. So we need a recap on the first 2 sets of questions that you asked, and what the answers were for the first 2, please.
I want white people in the studio. What's going on?
That's you ain't doing your job.
Right. Okay. The questions I asked were simple.
Yes.
Very simple, right? Watch me searching for the no. The first question was, name something a student takes to school.
Okay, and the answers were?
The answers that we got from the teams.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Okay. School bag came from the Goppies.
School bag from the Goppies.
And pencil case, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to work computer, but I had pencils, so I was kind of helping them. So pencil case came from the Coxes.
Okay, next one.
Name a kitchen appliance.
Yeah.
And you know that Shola lives in an old 70s house because he'd talk about stove. So stove/oven was acceptable.
I grew up with my granny, leave me alone. Edit tone.
No. And that came from the Goppies, and from the Coxes we got kettle.
Okay. All right. I think that, and then you moved on to the last question, right?
I moved on to 2 more questions.
Yeah.
2 questions that I moved on to is name something people ask you to smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. We're good. You can stop there. So what we need you to do really quickly, because we're really behind time, what we need you to do is probably give them 2 scavenger hunts. Yeah, because we're running way behind. So give them 2, quickly give them 2 scavenger hunts, and then we're gonna keep it rolling.
It's super easy. Right, guys, you got to move. I know you're gonna have this.
Hang on, they got 4 people searching.
Don't worry about that.
I know how you roll, so I'm gonna make this easy. Right, in the time that you have allotted, please, somewhere in the home, find me a tie, a normal tie, bow tie, tie. Break up your house. Break up the people's house. Yep. Tony's in there.
Come on.
Tony's in there.
We won it.
Tony's in there. Wait, hold on a second. Turn those ties around so I can see them. That looks like. Where did you get that green and white Centurions tie? And let me see that. That's a big kipper tie. You ain't got a slim fit ties no more. Well done. Well, that goes to Tony. Tony and Kyran, the Cox family were first on the scavenger hunt. Right, second on the scavenger hunt. I'm gonna make this super easy. Get me. Right. Must have this. These black families will always have this. Give me an ice cream scoop. The ice cream scoop.
Ice cream scoop. That's a ladle. Old school, yeah.
Yeah. Proper. Cody, show me the ladle. Show me the ladle.
We don't have an ice cream scoop. We're not that posh.
What are you talking about?
Hey, listen. DC, well, I personally am going to chip in £10 to buy an ice cream scoop for the Cox family. The Goppies got that one. The scavenger hunt, it was 1-1. The Goppies got this. The tie was got first by the Cox family.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. We're going to get the scores. I can tell you that after the I'm waiting for my sexy assistant.
Who needs an ice cream scoop for this?
With that ladle, I don't know what you do. Okay, So what we have on the scores, the final score was 46 to 61, and the Goppies have won that by
No way.
46. So how okay, so just to break it down, for getting the scavenger hunts, it was 5 points per item, right? But going into that, the score was, what was the score? Before we went into that, it was 41-56.
Yeah, and essentially, just so you're clear, the top answer was school bag, which we got from the Goppies. I saved you with pencil case. That was the bottom marks, unfortunately, with 7. Right. The top answer in terms of kitchen appliance was kettle with 13. So the Cox is up there. The second to last answer was oven or stove, which was 7 points. When you were talking about
correct.
Yeah, when
and we've got the scores here. You're just confirming what we've got here as well. So unlucky Coxes. The Goppies are back later on anyway. So we'll see you in the Champions League final, Goppies. Look, it's simple. Look at them. It's simple. That's what we do. This is what we do, man.
Yo, Tony, pick out some dumplings for Kayan. Pick out some dumplings. He just like you broth. You don't like dumplings.
So we'll see you back. Thank you, Coxes, and we've got some giveaways. We'll get you some stuff in the post. Whether it's a cup. Maybe we'll get you a ladle for your ice cream, or a t-shirt or 2. Yeah. So thank you very much. Look out for that in the post. All right, Louis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Louis.
See you guys
Good luck
later.
in the final, Goppies. Thank you very much.
All right. So guys, we are running behind. We're definitely running behind, but that we expected that, to be fair. So what have we got next for them, guys? We'll tell you in a. Right. So
Duke, are you there?
Right, we don't want the Braithwaite. We want Duke, so we're looking for Duke. Where's Duke? So for those who've just locked on, thank you for joining us. We are getting through our schedule, and we have our second surprise award to give out. And we should be with Duke, who's at a location, I believe, somewhere. Should we tell them where? Should we tell them what part of London?
No.
You don't
Just
tell
say
them?
North London.
Somewhere in North London.
Somewhere in North London.
Have we got Duke? Where's he gone? Is he not logged in? Oh, okay. So Duke, we're going over to Duke anyway. Who'll be locked on in a sec. But for those who've just locked on, you can rewind this and watch it because we're streaming on YouTube. But we have already surprised one father. That was Anthony Ford. He was in church at the altar, throwing it down. No, he was.
So we have Duke now. Duke.
Salute.
How are you? Okay. Right. So we are ready for you, Duke, to give our. And sorry, but we're running a little bit behind, as you can obviously see.
That's okay. I told you, any speeding fines we pick up, we're passing on to father and father figure. No problem. It's all good.
Yeah. Keep it like that. We got friends in high places.
So have you?
We're telling the unsuspecting father that some people on bikes looking at his car around the back.
So he's gonna come around on some. Let's hope he's not on some wicked man thing, because they would have to take their award away, wouldn't we?
So while we're doing that, can we actually play? We got the video.
Yeah, we're gonna play a VT actually. So we'll play a video.
That's cool. What's happening? Are we getting in?
Hold on. Is he there, Duke?
I'm trying to find out. This is
the term used for gangs and criminal networks who exploit vulnerable children and adults. That you can't take it from me, 'cause I'm the one who's giving it up. I think it's important to understand the profit. Because as I said before, it is a business to these drug dealers, these drug gangs and criminal networks. So the profit, a typical line can make in the region of £3,000 per day.
I need to go and get them.
But I guess as organisations and so on, as we work with young people, we can look for these sort of things, signs that can help us to identify if they're involved. or help parents understand what's involved in county lines. There was a serious violence strategy by the government in 2018 that said, more than a policing problem, county lines also represents a public health problem in terms of harm to vulnerable populations. The victims of CCE, child criminal exploitation, were mostly male. In an attempt to uphold their perceived masculine status, young male respondents routinely rejected the victim label to profess that drug dealing was their own rational choice. It was their choice. They chose to do it. No, I wasn't used. No, it was me. He can't tell anybody. He hasn't got £500 to pay me. That's the 7th stage. Child is not able to pay the debt and not able to tell the parents. Now, the county lines begins.
Okay, Jude.
Leo's a bit of a div. You Leo, listen about your car, bruv. 1 second. I'm coming. I don't know that if there's something on top of your motor. Come over here, bruv. I'm not sure what's going on, but over here, there's something on top of your whip. And I don't know, it's not ticking or nothing. So let's have a butcher's in here, mate. Put your name on it. It must be yours. Yeah. I'm saying good afternoon to the whole world. Oh, what's going on? We'll find out in a minute. 1 second, sir. What's in there? Right, you. Nah, no one ain't got a clue what's going on here. Just stay focused, mate. Stay focused. Right. Can you read that, hold that, and read it out loud and proud?
Inspiration.
No, loud and proud.
Oh, okay. Inspiration Black Father Award.
You have been awarded that, sir. Yeah, you are now going out live to the world.
That's amazing.
Talk to me, talk to them.
Well, I don't even know who's watching this thing, but so much, man. That means a lot. That really does. My wife and my daughter are trying to tell me to come outside. I was thinking, what do you want to watch a film? But so much. I really appreciate it. My sister in the background. I don't know what she's doing here. And all these
yeah, we're here. This is the right. Yeah, give him the rev up.
Give him the rev up.
One of my best friends, he lost his life on a bike, but riding's important.
Kill it. David, he's gonna get evicted.
Leo, this is to you, my sir. This is to you, my brother.
Oh, wow.
That's your family.
This is my wife and my daughter. Yeah.
Wow. This is to you, sir, for all the great work you're doing in the community.
Yeah.
For your, yeah.
What are you doing to me, man?
This is for all the great work you're doing in the community, my cousin. You know, you're an awesome father. You're an awesome male role model in the community, and we wanted to honor you today. When I say we, father figure and father want to honor you. Inspirational Black Fathers Awards. You know, just doing amazing things. You know, you're award-winning film producer as well for Step Back. Please tell the community about your movie, your award-winning movie.
You want my daughter? It's my little daughter. Yeah, the movie. So yeah, Step Back has. Yeah, it's been amazing how people have been receiving it. It's just hit 1 million views, and in 4 months, I'm really grateful for that. And I thank God. You know what? I thank God for the opportunity to even be able to make a film like Step Back, because it's from him the film came, and I was just obedient to try and make it the way that he wanted it made. And yeah, man, I'm hoping it's impacting a few lives. I really do. And
Leo, how can people how can people view the movie?
Yeah, you can go to YouTube, Million Youth Media. They have the film on there, so feel free to go into that channel. That channel is amazing. A fantastic platform for films for the younger generation. So Million Youth Media on YouTube. You can go on there and watch it, or you can go to my website, leopowell.co.uk, and you can access it from there as well.
Yeah, and we just watched a clip of you talking about county lines, my brother. Yeah, so you're doing amazing work in educating parents about county lines and you know, and gangs and so forth. So thank you. I'm going to hand you over.
No, Leo, I mean, we've never met before, but I just wanted to say thank you for the work you're doing. It's really important, especially, you know, we know that for parents, especially, things have changed a lot. And I always say that it's the lack of connection between what is going on for our children that is often creating a lot of the inability for parents to be on board and know what's really going on with their children. So thank you for that work that you're doing. It's really important. And you know, just happy Father's Day. You deserve the award. Take it for what it is. And you know, you're obviously a very humble person, but you know, enjoy your day and enjoy whatever else comes with all of this. But congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can I just say, the way how my man's got an expensive aftershave, he knew something was going on. He knew something.
You know what? That expensive aftershave cost me $29.99 on Amazon. Yeah, that's how far my budget stretches.
Nice one. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Go inside and watch the rest of the show now, and you can rewind it and watch the rest, all of it.
I will do, man. What's that on?
Everyone's got a link except for you.
Oh yeah, all right. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. Courtney, to get you doing that. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Nice
one.
All right.
Bye.
Keep up the good work, yeah?
Thank you so
much. No problem. Listen, we can't even stop. We've got to get out of London.
Lovely.
Right.
Take it easy.
We've been like another 4 weeks.
So we've got
it's a good feeling.
We have one more.
Let them know
before we get rid of the sound, please, from the bikers. We've got one more surprise to give out to the fathers. So look out for that. That's coming right towards the end of the show. We are scheduled for a 3 o'clock finish, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be going over by a few minutes or so. So where are we going next?
So we're going to can the next person up, please? Who's the next person, please?
Okay. So what we're gonna do? We'll play you a video. We're gonna play you the video for our next guest before we actually speak to him. So if we can go to the VT for our
next guest.
Our next guest, that'd be great. No? Okay. So we're not. Are we there? Are we there?
Yep.
I think Father's Day is a day to celebrate having a father and to appreciate them with all the love you can, even though you should every day.
It means to me like a day to appreciate your father and him being there for you.
Well, I'd say that Father's Day is like a day to, as Mother's Day is as well, or any celebration, to celebrate fathers and everything that they do to bring us into the world and to nurture us, teach us, and just in general to remember fathers, which sometimes go a little bit unnoticed.
Well, for me, every day is Father's Day. So if we can have at least one day in the year where we can celebrate the contribution that men make in the lives of their children and other people's children as well, that's what Father's Day means to me.
I think he's funny and he always finds a way to put things in a funny way, like through jokes. And when you ask him for something, he gives you a full answer, like not just a short answer. And also, he's basically always there when everyone has problems.
Attributes of my father, what I really love about him, he's really funny and caring, and I just love his spirit and that he motivates other people to be a good person as well as himself.
I would say he's quite funny, quite intelligent about certain things, always quite a good influence, whether it comes to teaching me about anything in life, whether it comes to like getting good grades or certain aspects about life that I wouldn't know about if I wasn't taught by a specific father figure.
I think to just always be there with them and to give them the most support I can.
For them to really care for the child and help me out with the child, because I don't want to just be by myself, and for the child to grow up with another person so that it's easier to look up as a man role model as well.
I'd like to be a father that's always there for my family, always a big influence, a big help, and always there to be able to do anything I can for my family or teach them, nurture them in any way that I can.
So I think what they would say about me is that I am a loving father. I shower them with love on a daily basis. I tell them regularly how much I love them and how special they are. And also, because of the relationship between me and my wife, hopefully that's going to be the standard that they look to when they choose their own partner.
From me and all the queens, we like to say that, you know, we love you, we appreciate you, and we really, really do. The conversations that I'm having with many people around me, many sisters, I'm literally just reaching out to everyone that I see. I just want to talk to them just to say that, you know, as sisters, we need to just show and maybe initiate the love more, and for the brothers to just receive it as well, and just to have those conversations with us, just the initial hello, the greetings, the hugs, and just to connect. So we do love you. We love you so much.
Ready? Brother Andrew.
Jeez.
Mr. Lick Shot.
I tell you, brothers, when I logged on today, I had no idea it was the combination of the two greatest forces for fatherhood in our community.
Oh.
To see both of you two on the same screen, believe me, man, I say salute you. This is Father's Day message for me when I logged on. Fantastic unity, man.
Thank you, brother Andrew. So you're known as so many different names. I call you. I'm giving you a new one. I call you Talawa, right? And I call you Talawa. But introduce yourself, because you got a few names going for yourself. What's your name?
Yes. Greetings, Hotep, Sana Banani. I see you. My name is Andrew Mohammed. They call me the Investigator, or Guan Papaji, or Lick Shot from Babylon, or Little Barlet Boy. So whatever name you want to use, you can just go with any one of them.
You see what I'm saying? This is where it is. So, brother Andrew, thank you. We just played that VT of Westside Young Leaders Academy, or WILA for short. And, you know, we want you to tell us a bit more about it. But before you do, I mean, I can definitely vouch for WILA. I think, you know, my boys attended there for a little while some years ago. And, you know, it's a great place. And what's happened since that is it's even grown even bigger. And then we're going to talk a bit more about that. But tell us, what is Westside Young Leaders Academy? How long's it been going? Why did you start it?
Yeah, very good questions, brothers. Thank you very much. I'll make it very succinct. The first concept of the idea of a Young Leaders Academy, I can't take the credit for. It was devised by Ray Lewis. He contacted me about 18 years ago. And he was a black prison governor, and he stated that whilst being a governor of a prison, one of the only 5 black prison governors in the whole of the UK, it was like walking through the Caribbean. It was full of black youth. This is prison, youth prison. And he said, no, he said, I'm more of a slaveholder right now, as opposed to anything else. So we flew out to America, and we saw for our own eyes evidence of a Young Leaders Academy, which was a initiative in Milwaukee, and we were blown. And he came back, tweaked it for a UK version, and we set up the first academy 18 years ago in Forest Gate, East London. So it's known as the East Side Young Leaders Academy. Then one opened up in South London, and in Milton Keynes, and in Ipswich. And then he asked myself to go to West London and set up one in West London, hence why we're called the Westside Young Leaders Academy. And we've been in operation now for approximately 10 years. It's our 10th year anniversary. And yes, it's aimed at, for the first 9 years, we've focused specifically without any apology on black boys. We believe that there was a conspiracy to destroy the black malehood and manhood. So we worked expressly with young black boys. We got a lot of stick for doing it, because they thought, oh, what about the girls? We knew about the girls, and we knew that the girls was going to be a part of our vision down the line, but we had to save the black boys, because the black sisters, they're on their job. It's we that are sometimes letting the team down. And so we wanted to build a viable future. So for the first 8 to 9 years, we worked expressly with young black boys aged between 8 and 18 years old. And by the grace of God, about a year and a half ago, we opened up the academy. We opened up a girls' academy. And just as predicted, It took just 1 year, and the girls are now just flying. We are now chasing the girls. And that's real talk. That is absolutely real talk. We've been blessed.
You preempted one of the questions I had for you, because when I was taking the boys, there were no girls at the academy, you know, and now you've incorporated young girls, and you've even had to change location because you've outgrown the school that you were in.
Brother. It's ridiculous how it's grown now, and we are totally full capacity. To be honest with you, we've got quite a long waiting list, but we're working on making sure we can extend our services, because we don't want to leave one of our children out there just waiting. And not to change the mood of the show, because the show's just been fantastic. I've never seen anything like the bikers ride or things like that. I'm just going crazy. The way you lot put this show together has been fantastic. But not to change the mood on the show. I had a call this week to say one of my young mentors, 14, 15-year-old young boy from Harlesden, was stabbed to death on his way to school. You know, and it just makes me think that, you know, are we losing this battle? You know what I'm trying to say? And we just want to make sure that we can do everything that we can do as fathers to make sure that our children are walking the streets free and have got a life of inspiration and ambition. And, you know, not to go on too long, I know my time is very short, but I remember growing up, brothers, and anytime I saw a brother, an older brother, I know that was a place of safety. You know, when I see my Rasta brothers and sisters, even as a young youth, when we just see any of our brothers, we used to say, yeah, you know, we're safe. These days, it's now becoming the opposite. You know, they see another brother and it's like, rah. You know what I mean? I'm a tool now. And to me, we've got to. And I'm not looking at Boris Johnson. I'm not looking at Sadiq Khan. I'm not looking at. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I'm looking at us, man. I'm looking at us. So events like this, even though we're having a great time, I don't think we appreciate how deep we are in terms of being a solution to our brothers and sisters on the street right now.
Yeah. Thank you, brother Andrew. I mean, it's so you're right. It's so important, and for many years we have called out names, political names, and asked about where funding is and I think, you know, these two organisations are living proof that we haven't waited for funding. You know, if it's come, it's come. But, you know, father figure 10 years ago, I remember putting on that first event in Popular Grove in Neasden. We had no funding. I took it out of my pocket. My now wife was asking me, "What are you doing? You know what I mean?" But, you know, we have to do it if you're passionate. Many people have asked me, and I'm sure Courtney, how did you start your organisation? What we didn't do is we didn't wait for funding. We dealt with passion. We dealt with a need for change. And so we encourage anyone else out there as well. If they want to see change, be the change. Do the change. You don't have to have this great, you know, thing on a piece of paper. Go and do it. There's so many youth out there who need us.
Step into it.
Just go and do it. But Brother Andrew, thank you for all the work you do, because you're relentless. You're relentless. You're relentless. You keep going. You've been doing your stuff. You do it all over the country. You know, you've got your things at every of a week. How much hours on a Wednesday evening? Is it Tuesday evening? I believe actually Tuesday evening. And look, give a bit of a plug to some of that stuff for people who don't know. If anyone wants to know about a breakdown, Jesus, if you want to know about the breakdown of a movie, oh my God. I mean, tell people about it. Tell people about it.
Thank you, Kings. So basically, funny enough, I had a conversation yesterday with our brother Viv O'Moon, and he asked me what was the strategy behind, because Viv O'Moon is one of the greatest strategists I know. The way he thinks and the way he plans and the way he organizes on another level. And he said, what was your strategy behind the by setting up the Hidden Truth on a Tuesday? And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't. I couldn't give him a deep answer about a strategy. I just said there was a need. There was a need. And so the Tuesday Hidden Truth shows, which have gone global now, was really just filling a need. I started it during the beginning of COVID, and I just saw that our people were literally being more and more depressed, more and more, you know. And if we're just turning on the news and that's the only information resource that we're getting from, I'm telling you, man, it's all over. So I said to myself, you know what? I want to set something up online that could be an alternative to the so-called news programs that they're watching. But this unapologetically is all about positive black propaganda, and I use that word without no hesitation. Positive black propaganda. I had no strategy behind it. It was about filling a need, and I'm sure the two of you must know what it feels like when you set up the father groups. It was just fulfilling a need that was necessarily there. So yeah, the shows have gone global. We get people from America, Canada, China, the motherland, whatever you can, and it's all about positivity, brothers. We have various guest speakers, and then on Friday we do the film breakdowns that you just spoke about. We dissect movies because Malcolm X stated that the great, the most powerful the most powerful entity in the world is the media, and if we don't code the media and especially the movie industry, hence why they call it Hollywood. The word Hollywood, literally, when you go back to the medieval terms, is a spell. It's a spell that they put on you. You understand? When they can convince you in your mind through entertainment. So we do film breakdowns. We call it Popcorn Fridays, whereby it's more of a family breakdown. And then on Sundays, we call it Rice and Peas Sunday, which is basically dealing with the adult breakdown. So yeah, brothers and sisters, please just check out The Hidden Truth on a Tuesday, and you'll get all the information on there.
Great.
Brother Andrew, thank you very much for giving us your time, and thank you for all the service that you do for our young people as well. Have yourself a great Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you again.
Definitely.
Can I just say before I go, my kings, I just need to say this, man. Don't forget, brothers, to lick shop on Babylon with rice and peas, Buffalo Soldier, and a dreadlock Rastafari. Lick it.
Jeez, Mr. Lick Shot. All right, Mr. Kalawa. See you later. Okay, all right, thank you. Right, so we are gonna move straight on. We're right behind time. Mr. C.
Aye. Gee whiz, man. Listen, I don't even know what to say, man. Listen, I tuned in. I wasn't sure whether I was watching some R&B show and everything. You two there looking like Keith Sweat and Aaron Hall, boy.
Hold on a minute.
I was like,
you come on to Boss Jokes for us, yeah?
I was like, this must be the Jamaican. This must be the Jamaican version for Eurovision.
He's a wicked man. I was
looking good, my brothers, man.
I was about to introduce you as a friend from the same neck of the woods and an all-round good guy. I don't know if I can use that anymore. What are you saying, man?
You know, it's all love, man. It's all love. It's all love, man. First, of course, you know what? I'm blessed and highly favored, man. And what a wonderful thing you guys have put on again. I just want to say from my heart, bro, as a father, you know, I just wished that we could have something like this all the time, because it's the joy, man, from just watching so many fathers, positive male role models doing something for our community, man. So yeah, first and foremost, I commend the two of you, man. Father figure and father to father, man. Salute. Most importantly.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. C, tell us, right? Well, you're a father, obviously, as you've just stated. I mean, what's your journey been like? Tell me about your early days of being a father compared to maybe now. What's the things that you'd look at and think, boy, that was some stupidness I was dealing with then, you know?
Listen, you know what? Because it's before the watershed, there's certain things I have to kind of... So, I'm going to tell you the journey. I'm going to tell you the journey.
Yeah.
From the age of 14, 15, I knew I wanted to be a father.
Right.
Because my father died when I was 13. 12, 13, and I went through trauma, the fact that he died, but I dealt with it in my own way. And I didn't realize I'd gone through trauma until I was in my 30s, but I knew early that I wanted to be a father, and I think that was about so that I can continue what my father had done with me. But I had criteria. So if I was with a woman and I didn't think that she was was not suitable enough to be a mother, then I was not going to produce any juice into her spirit. If you catch the drift. I was not going to feed. I was not going to feed her with the essence to make her a mother.
Yes.
Yeah? So I'd pull myself out from that situation.
Yes.
Before, yes. The little ones don't understand. It's over their head. They don't understand. I can't remember. We grew up on Carry On Comedy and Benny Hill, you know. We know how to make innuendos. Come on. The little kids are, Mommy, what's he talking about? I mean, I know. Jules, you know, the Jules are your father.
Jules.
However, as I got older in life, I had this criteria through my teens, through my beginning of my 20s. And then what happened was I got caught up in a lifestyle, which was lots of Dom Perignon, going out, flossing. And what I found is that my criteria dipped. My principles dipped. And I slipped in the worst kind of way. And for years, I blamed her. I blamed her for being a whatless mother and all the other kind of things. And then one day I had to say, you know what, bro? Who picked her? Who made that choice? So I had to go through that realization that, you know what, a lot of the times the problems that we put ourselves in as men is because of our own choices. So from that, so that's what I've been trying to educate my sons with as well, is to make sure that, you know what, no matter what happens, you take 100% responsibility for whoever's going to be the woman who's going to bear your children. And I can honestly say that the mother of my last two children, I couldn't have picked a better person, even though there are times where I felt like, you know, me and her would kill each other. I always knew that my children were safe with her. And she's been a remarkable mother, and she's helped me to be an even better father because of the quality of her stock. So for me, that's been the journey. But the trauma of it, I think the breakup with the mother of the last two children of mine, that's the closest I've ever been to mental health, serious mental health. Suicidal thoughts, you know, sitting at the edge of my bed in darkness, you know, rocking on the chair, contemplating, going on Trisha and all them kind of thing there. You know, it's deep, bro.
Thank you for sharing that. Mr. C, in closing, share with us one of the funniest moments you've had as a father, relative to being a father.
Oh, the two things that stand out the most is that, you know, fatherhood is a challenge, man, and that even when you're at your lowest, you've always got to be, you've always got to provide sunshine for your children. So there's times when my sons would come to me during the 6 weeks holiday when it was expensive and I was broke, but they've got hope in their eyes and they're like, Daddy, where we going today? And I've got to be creative. So I took them by the hand, I took them to the window and I said, today, son, we're going to look through the window. let's play. You've got to be creative. You cannot, as a father, ever let your children come to you and you don't have something to do with them. And sometimes it doesn't have to be, you know, going to the fun fair. It doesn't have to be going somewhere. It's the simple things which, you know, which they will always remember and enjoy. And I think the last thing as well is that, you know, understand that as a parent, it's not always our job to be the teacher. Sometimes we've got to understand that our children are the teachers as well, and they will teach us things if we allow that conversation to be a two-way thing. You know, a lot of us were brought up from parents who just said, do as me said, you know, you miss it. But we've got to understand that true fathership and relationship is a two-way thing. And always be open and receptive for that. And in closing, I'll say that because my son, my middle son, came to me and he said to me, Daddy, how old is God? And I was like, why you can't ask me them big question for? Why you can't ask your mother them question there? But then I had to explain to him, like, God is like, doesn't have an age, he's infinite, and he doesn't understand the term of infant. He doesn't understand them kind of things.
I'm not surprised if his dad can't even say the word.
Hush him out. There's another about my intelligence. But so I kind of broke it down to him that, you know, think of a number, the biggest number you can, add 10 to it, add 20 to it. You know, that's like God, it's infinite. And then he understands. But then I have to ask my son, why did you ask me that question? And he said to me, Daddy, I love you as old is God, infinite.
Wow.
And that, what he said to me, man, it was that moment, which is like, wow, look at this. You know, he's looking up to me because of the height, but here's me getting all this love and wisdom from him, who's just come on this planet. So I understand it's a two-way process, man. Without the sons or the daughters, we could never be fathers and stand on that title, man. So to all the fathers, happy Father's Day. To all the uncles, the nephews, and all the people who've shown so much love to fathers today, man. Don't think that your little messages and text messages, we feel every single one of them, and we love you for each and every single message that you give us, man. But you guys, man, keep up the good work, 100%, man.
Thank you, Mr. C.
Thank you,
excellent.
Sir.
Thank you for joining us. Thanks for giving us some
Pleasure,
of your time.
man. Big up, man. Big up, man.
Definitely,
And listen, and tell Duke, stop rolling up on people's yard and frightening them. The poor woman and everything. She looked through the keyhole, see 100 black men on bicycle, and said to her, I know they're for you. They're not here for me. They're for you. You need to go outside and deal with them. Yeah? You don't see 100 white men coming up on bikes knocking on the door asking for me, do you? No, it's your problem. You
Get
go
this guy off. Get him off. Get him off. Mr. C, later. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Happy Father's Day,
Bless
bro.
up, man. One love, kids.
Okay. Oh, this guy.
Gosh.
He's hurt my stomach.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
We got to keep this thing moving swiftly. Needless to say, we will not be finishing at 3 o'clock. But we are still trying to finish as early as we can and as close as we can to that. So up next.
Okay, guys, thank you. Back over to me. I don't know how you follow that. So I've just had to tell my little daughter that I'm going to explain to her later about juicing the spirits. Thanks, Mr. C. You've just put me in it for the rest of my Father's Day. Cheers, mate. All right, guys, listen, we're going to be going up to another performance next. For some of you who may know or may not have known, I used to have my own show with MTV. It was called MTV's Bass Lounge. It was a live music show that had many celebrated artists over the years. Shaggy, many others. I can't even keep going through all the names right now. But most of the celebrated artists that we have from the UK and abroad was on the show over for the 7 years. That gave me the inspiration to continue doing Yo-Yo's Live Lounge under my own branding. And part of that show, being a host and presenter, gave me the opportunity as well to perform on the show with a live band. So as much as being a host, I always enjoyed performing as well. So I'm going to be playing a song from me next. I've chosen a classic. I'm a songwriter in my own way, but I wanted to choose something familiar today. This is a reggae classic because I know there's some of the guys on here that are reggae lovers. So let's see if you recognize this one. Reggae classic.
Said it's all right. Hey, Lordy, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We have seen some things in our lives. We've had some long and sorrowed roads. That's why I know it's all right to cry. Go on and ease your heavy load. Pray hard, walk tall, do right. Find love and hold on for life. Lord, I know that you are there, and I feel the burning in my soul. Free us from this lion's den and take us home. Everybody needs, yes they do. Everybody needs a little something. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Shine down, shine shine down on me, on me. The shepherds and his angels, guys, our life. Oh, on joy comes early morn. Raise up the man that you subside. Pain walk away, cause here comes love. And it's smiling, and it's faithful, and it's alright. Alright, alright. Find love and hold on for life. Lord, I know that you are there, and I feel a burning in my soul. Free us from this lion's den. Take us home again. Everybody needs, yes they do. Everybody needs a little time to show. Shine down, shine down, shine down on me, on me. Oh yeah. Listen. Lord, rain down on me and let your joy ease my pain. Free us from this lion's den. Take us home again. Everybody needs love in their life. Everybody needs, yes they do. Everybody needs a little time to show. Oh, let love come inside your life. Shine down, shine down, shine down on me, on me, on me, on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody needs love in their life. Everybody needs a little time to show. Don't let love come inside your life. Shine down, shine down, shine down on me. One more time, won't you sing for me? Say, everybody needs love in their life. Oh, everybody needs a little time to show. Everybody needs. Don't let love shine down, shine down, shine down on me, on me.
All right, folks, thank you for listening. That was a reggae classic from Anthony Hamilton. Do you know what? It's so funny because every time I sing that song, everybody thinks it's me. So I take a little bit of claim for it, but it's not. It's someone else's tune, but it's all good. All right, guys, we're going to have one more performance coming a little bit later from you from Yo-Yo's Live Lounge. But right now, I'm going to hand back to Keith Sweat and Tyrese.
No, you never. No, you never. Hold on a minute. Hold on. All right. Shots fired, yeah? Shots fired. Shots fired. It's cool. Tell us a bit about the leather pants you was just wearing in that song. Shine on me. Shine on. The shepherd and the... Yeah, what's about them pants?
I'm not even going to entertain that one because I had a pair myself. That's what got me my wife. So I'm not. So I'm with you, bro.
The sweet boy fraternity. The sweet boy fraternity. All right, let's get him on. We'll see you again later, Dewey.
Definitely. See you guys in a bit.
Later. Oh wow! Okay. You thought that was shots fired. Okay.
Okay. So who's up next, please? Peter Firkin. Hello, Peter.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good, good. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much. And happy Grandfather's Day as well.
Good, good. So, Peter.
We forget the grandfathers.
We do.
Oh, grandfathers as well. That's, yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you. Peter, so you the first person to commission in Father Figure. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah. Back 9 years ago.
9 years ago. Can you tell us, how did you find out about Father Vicar? considering they were a small organisation?
Well, I work for Brent as a manager in children's services, and we were wanting to expand our work with fathers in a more organised way. So we were looking for a partner organisation. So I sent out emails to 9 organisations, and David was the only person silly enough to respond.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what his wife said at the end of the first year was, "Thank goodness for that. Your money has got us through the year." So he really was just making his way in the world. So he responded, and it's been a really, really productive collaboration. He took us through the first 5 years quite a lot, gave us a lot of advice, and now he makes an input to different parts of the program, but it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say David's or father figure's impact in Brent has been?
I think on 3 levels. The first level is quite simply that the program we run with Brent now, and we talk to about 250 fathers every week through our email program, and we have Saturday morning programs, and we have weekday programs for dads with their kids. It's all aimed with dads and their kids. We wouldn't have had the program because David brought experience from Ealing and from a variety of other places, and we listened to that experience, and it was about 98% accurate and gave us the basis for what we did. So we wouldn't have the program. The second thing is, I think the work that David's evolved into on one-to-one basis is very important to the professionals in Brent. It provides them with another resource of, let's put it crudely, David confronts dads about their behavior. And there's a couple of choice phrases that David uses, which I like, which he's going to smile about. I remember talking to a dad and saying to him, would you want your daughter to bring you home?
Yeah.
And he tells a story of being in a barbershop where 2 guys were talking about a young woman who was presenting herself rather floridly to the community and saying, "I wonder what somebody's saying in another barbershop about you and your daughter." And really confronting people about their attitudes and their unthinking approach to it. And I think that that's the power of David in the way he works one-to-one. And I think finally, the thing I would say is David and I have run a few programs, workshops for professionals. And I think that Brent Social Care is still a bit behind a lot of other social cares, but without the work David and I put in with the professionals, we wouldn't get the response on that level and a much more articulated response to fathers and some of the issues they face when they're brought into the legal system.
Peter, I just want to say, I mean, look, it's our 10th, it's Father Figure's 10th anniversary today, but it's 9 years since you made that call to me and offered me that work, and it's been a great journey. I just want to say thank you, because I know that you are retiring anytime over the next few weeks, and you've put in a lot of work. You've been a great source of support, encouragement along my journey as well. And it's, you know, the contract I've had with Brent to today, you know, it started with that phone call from yourself. So I just want to say I really appreciate the fact that you had the you know, the kahunas, the courage really to put something like that on to such a small organization. It's meant a lot. It's given me a great platform to stand on to today. So I wanted to acknowledge that and thank you for that. Wish you a happy Father's and Grandfather's Day, but also to wish you a happy retirement. I think it's time that you go and really be Father Christmas, like I always call you anyway. And just chill out, man. Just chill out. But thank you very much, Peter. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
And thanks a lot.
Thank you, Peter.
Right.
Enjoy.
See you later.
Take care.
You.
All right.
Bye. Wow.
Yeah, Peter, man, he's been a great guy, good guy. I'm sure I'll stay in contact with him.
Yeah, definitely.
So where are we next? I think are we over to Louis? Right, where's he at? Yo.
Yes.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Listen, we should have finished 10 minutes ago. And
I was
we
going to
got
tell
so
me to
much
speed
more
up
to
like
do.
I held back time. You see how long Mr. C and Andrew was on? Huh? Where's Mr. C going? Where's Mr. C going? Is he got my dad's tactics when we want to do something creative to look out the window?
So you had that experience, yeah?
What? We still use that one in my family.
Oh man, right. Well, let's get our families up. Let's get our Champions League families up. Louis. Okay, the Goppies are back.
They're ready.
Two-time winners. And the Braffets. What's going on, Braffets?
The house, man. We're back in the house. I got my boys with me.
All right.
I got my big son with me. Look. My big son with me. My small son. And I got my middle one too, and I got my wife.
We're gonna leave you with Louis. Louis gonna deal with you. Yeah. Louis.
All right, we speak the same language anyway, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's just for life, man.
Hey, Louis,
listen. There will be no favoritism. There will be no favor, but I will be showing respect to the Braffets.
All right, man. Good. I hear you, man. I feel you, man.
There's no favoritism. Just so the world is aware, right? In other parts of the world, it's Braithwaite.
Yes.
But we're not from other parts of the world. You're from a spectacular island in the Caribbean where we pronounce it
Braffet,
boy.
Braffet. With an F. With an F.
Right. Allegedly, right? We're going to throw a little couple of additional mixes into the game. So just so you're aware, this is the final. This is for the full marbles. This is for the father figure t-shirt. You're going to get the mug. We've already got an ice cream scoop winging its way down to the Goppy family because Lord knows they need it.
Yeah.
But we've got 3 sets of games. I'm going to try and whiz through them, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to start off with a very simple one, and all you have to do is select your duck. Now, studio team, are you ready for me with the duck race? I think we were starting with the duck race. No pressure. This is a nice breezy one to get you ready. Now, what I need you to do, the Goppies, select your duck. What number do you wish to select for your duck?
Number 1. 4, 4. I don't know. We're gonna go 3.
You only got 4. Make a decision. Wrong winner.
2.
You're going to be number 2. Now, what special training have you given your duck, and what do you call your duck, Shola?
Usain.
Yeah.
His
name's Usain. And what special preparation and training have you given your duck? Any?
At the finish line, there's curry goat.
Oh, sounds good. Doesn't sound very vegetarian-like, but sounds good nonetheless.
Don't worry about that.
Right. Over to the Braffets. What duck number are you choosing? So number 2's gone to the Goppies. What duck number are you choosing?
We'll take number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And what special preparation? No, what's the name of your duck?
Should call it Ducky. We can call it Ducky.
I can see you deferred to the smartest person in the house, to your wife. Thank you very much for that very articulate.
And we gonna get cuckoo. When you come to the finish line, you get cuckoo, right?
Translation subtitles for my Jamaican and Trinidadians. That's turn meal.
Cuckoo and flying fish.
Right. Yeah. Now numbers 1 and numbers 4 belong to David and Courtney respectively, right? So number 1 belongs to David, number 4 belongs to Courtney. So their points will be added to yours. So number 1, that will be added to the Braffets, and number 4's, that will be added to the Goppies. Make sense?
Yep.
Just in case the ducks win. Right. On your marks. Studio, I hope you're ready. Get set. Quack!
Quack! What are we supposed to do?
Coming up with number 4. Wait, hang on, number 1.
Hold on, number 3,
man. Come, number 3. Number 3, come.
Go on, Tree.
I flew to in the studio doing this. Come on, studio. Come on, studio.
Hold on.
Oh, Dan.
So who came first?
It looks as though both David and Courtney's ducks beat you 2 guys' ducks to the post. Your ducks are vegetarian. The thoughts of cuckoo and fine fish and curry goat didn't really resonate, so they didn't really care for it. You must give them vegetarian food. I don't know what's wrong with you guys, right? Yeah, that's Courtney, innit? So Courtney's win. Courtney and David came through 1 and 2. I think you guys are like equal third. So we're going to tally up the points and see what's going on. Right. Are we ready for the next one?
Let's go for it.
Right. You brought your big son. I don't know what you brought your big son for. All he's doing is sitting in the background drinking moringa. Anyway, is the next one the cookie challenge, right? Now, it's been a little while since we've seen the cookie challenge, right? Now, the cookie when I got cookies in your house?
Yeah, we got cookies. We got cookies.
Wait, hold on. Shola, have you been shopping? Have you got
You know what? I don't even know.
You ain't got no biscuits in your house? To be poor is a crime. Man, I know that in a goppy.
Oh no, found some.
I gotta say, it's my fault because the guppies.
Sit down.
Listen. The guppies bring.
No, you can't use that.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yeah, hold on. Shola, where's your family from again in terms of heritage?
The Guyanese and Jamaican.
Blasted Guyanese. I should expect them.
And
Jamaicans?
I think it's that cookie.
Bunch of hybrids.
That's a biscuit. That's not a cookie.
No, that will work. Listen, brackets. Let's be fair. You got the proper shape. You got the proper shape object, right? David and Courtney. We're gonna pan to those guys. They're gonna show you by example what you should do. I don't know if this becomes
from our head to
the amount.
Oh yeah. All right, come on.
Hold on, no, bracket. Don't shoot your load. Slow down. Right? Watch and see. David and Courtney, give us an example of what you need to do. Look at Courtney. He's moving his head. Wait, go on, Courtney. Go on, flip
it, Courtney. Go on. Off the nose.
Listen, that's the only food Courtney eating on Father's Day. Get in there, Courtney. Go on, Dave. I know you've been juicing, so you better enjoy this. This could be your Sunday meal. Go on, Dave. Yes, Dave. Jamaicans, innit? It's the broadest of his nose. It's the broadest of that nose. It's no bridge. If you got no bridge.
Hey, watch yourself.
You get an unfortunate advantage. So, they just got a bridge. So you might struggle with this. Right. Who is going for the brackets? You bring up your big son, you got your small son.
I got the middle one.
Let me see. Wait, hold on. He don't look like he's got cream on his face. You're cheating. Right. Give him his Oreo. I'll be doing it at exactly the same time. So who's doing it for the guppies?
Kehinde.
So give me your names, please. The name from the brackets will be
Nathan.
And the name from the guppy family will be
Kehinde.
Right, gentlemen. Put your biscuits on your foreheads. Wait for my go. On your marks, set, go.
Come on, son.
He ain't got a cream, but he's fierce.
Come on, Nathan.
The guy needs too shiny. Too much shea butter. Brackets, the whole of Barbados is watching. To the guppies, you got the whole of Jamaica and Guyana watching.
Yeah, it's a 2-layer biscuit. We never knew.
That's your business. I can't help it. I want to pour, bro. Go on. Look at the technique. You ain't got no cream on your face, youngster. That's why you're struggling. See? That is what I'm when I scream. Whoa. Nope.
Say that one, yeah.
Did you?
This is reflective of your parents. If your parents don't ensure you cream your faces, you can't do this properly.
Get around your nose.
Oh, this multicultural
Yeah,
dating.
take this one. Do this one.
When I lost, when I roots.
That was flat and it'll go.
Take some, shake it.
Oh, I get it.
He's nearly got it.
No. Wait.
Ladies, please don't take any of these two boys out for a date ever. Their eating skills are questionable. Yes. We have a winner. That's
not a whole biscuit. Well done, son.
Well done to the guppies. Wipe the crumbs from your eye. That's a form of abuse. Well done. Right. We are over now. Well, so the winner there was the Goppies, right?
Well done. Well done.
So essentially, as far as I'm concerned, you're tying in terms of the duck race. The Goppies have now stolen ahead, so you need to get back in, Braffits. This is to the marbles. To get back in some respectability. I got a message from Mia Motley. She said, if you do not win this next competition, do not come back.
All right, I hear you, man.
Your citizenship is revoked. You've been told. Right. We are off, if I'm not mistaken. Watch me now. Multitask. Let's get back in on, I think we've got a family fortunes. We've got a family fortunes question, right? So we've got one each.
Louis.
Right.
Scavenger.
Oh, we're gonna we only got time for the scavenger.
Yeah, scavenger.
Okay,
We've got more scavenger.
2 questions. We only got 2 questions for scavenger.
We'll do two.
What I'm gonna do, the nature of this one, I'm gonna tell you to go and find something in the house. The first family to get it and bring it to the actual camera and demonstrate it wins, right? So I'm gonna do 2. I've got 2 scavengers. Right. What I want is a pair of dad's underpants.
What?
Pair of dad's underpants. Them are yours. Them are yours. Move, man. Braffit, was your brief? He ain't got it.
Where's my brief, man?
But the shirt now.
It's all right. Come back downstairs.
Stand up and show the side.
Man, I can't do that on TV, man.
Show the side. Pull out the label.
Show the side.
Look, the side. Look.
Braffits win. Cover up. The Braffits won. The Braffits won. Hey, shoulder. Mr. Braffit just drew out his side piece to show his blue. And I know you're
Zoom, man. We proud, man.
I'm
proud
proud
of my boxing, man.
I'm proud. Shola, you are not a 26-inch waist and you haven't been for a number of years. Right.
A little while ago.
Right. This is the second one in the scavenger. Guyanese and Bajans. Both of them should have this in your homes, right? The first family to bring a wooden spoon. Give me a wooden spoon. What about it?
Right.
We got 2. Which
one?
We got 2.
Listen.
Food on this one.
No, easily. The little posh wooden salad tongs do not count. And like your cousin, you brought a ladle. The winner for the second part of the scavenger was the Braffits. Again, the Braffits have cleanly won the scavenger hunt. So that's it done. So have we got the scores on the book? Well, essentially, is that what
I think we're tying.
We are tied.
So you're gonna have to do a tiebreaker.
A tiebreaker scavenger, right?
Yeah.
You know what I will do?
Find the spoon,
Right. Well, I'm trying to think. What do I have now on the scavenger that you guys have got to get? Very simple. I want somebody in the home to bring me.
Hold on. Stop. Where are all the Braffits children?
They're here.
I want to see them on screen. What's going on? All right, go on.
Right. First one, hold on. Is it a unisex house in both houses?
Yeah.
Bring me a mum's high heel. Give me a high heel shoe from mum. One high heel. One high heel. Don't bring me a glove. Don't bring me a slider. Don't bring me a slider.
Look, I got a wedge.
That's a book. That's a high heel. That's a high heel. I want. That's a heel.
No.
Listen. Mr. Braffit, is your wife from Barbados?
Listen to a woman. Listen to the woman. Listen to the woman.
This is high heel.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Mr. Braffit, is your wife from Barbados?
Which is high heel to you?
Is your wife's family from Barbados? Isn't she?
Yeah, man.
Where you going with that cockroach crusher? Then a blast to her heel.
That is high heel. That is high heel. Listen to the wife.
What I
All right, Louis, we've got our wives in the studio.
I was going to defer to the studio and the judges and the panel. Judges, the ladies in the studio behind the scenes. Do you consider Mrs. Brackett's 4-inch cockroach crusher a heel? You might when the man
Yes. You should have said you wanted a stiletto. You should have said stiletto, but that's
come on.
I will defer to the judges in the studio. Is that considered a heel? Yes or no?
It is. Thank you. So that's 3-2 to the Braffets.
That was a tiebreaker. So the winners won the squeeze in, boy.
Hot.
All right, guys, you gotta go. Thank you very much. We'll get everybody t-shirts, mugs. Thank you for taking part.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
Yep.
Come on, please. Round of applause, please.
2 years. 2 years. See you next year.
See you next year.
Bye.
See you guys.
Louis, me and you need to talk, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Quincy, what's happening? You're muted, mate. Get yourself unmuted.
First of all, apologies for the lateness. I was on Barbados time, not English time. Big up the brave friends, go play that. See the fancy there, like. Not pull out the boxes, short, saw the boxes. There was some wind rush and the fans there, like.
Listen, I don't know why we programmed you to come on after the Braffets and Louis. Why the hell did we do this? People watching are gonna think this is a show for Bajans.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, them boxers should have been on the Antique Roadshow, boy, because they was. How much would I get for these boxer shorts here? They come off the board. They get extra 50 marks, no. So look, big up you guys. It's good to see you guys.
Happy Father's Day, my brother.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much. I'm celebrating Father's Day. I'm actually with my mum. My children have gone to celebrate their Father's Day with their children, or one of my children. So I can't hate on that. You know what I mean? The next generation. But they're out there. So I'm just here with my mum. She's mum and dad today. You know what I mean? Daddy's not here, but he's here in spirit.
Nice one.
You know
Listen,
yeah.
I got a red wine. Well, this is Red Cocksburg.
Quincy, do you want to take it away, or do you want us to interact with you? What do you want to do? How do you
Interact.
All right,
interact. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
My mum's there, so I can't be myself. I can't cuss.
So tell us about one of the funniest things for you being a father. What's one of the funniest moments you've ever had as a father?
You know what? As a dad, one of the best experiences was being at the birth of my first son. Yeah, that was an amazing. It was amazing and weird because I remember the midwife at the time, and I was just new into comedy then, but I was DJing still, and she recognized me, and and she's like, yeah, she's telling my missus at the time, push, and then she looked at me like this, like, you DJ it twice as nice, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, but do you mind telling me with your hand at my missus? She's half. The hand was halfway pulling out my child, and she's like trying to talk to me like me and a friend. It's like, could you have this conversation after you deliver my picnic? So I think for me, that was an experience for me. Watching my children, my first son, walk for the first time was an amazing thing. And then realizing that you got to put everything which is eye level way up. Yeah, so that's when I realized how heavy records were. So I had to move like, rah! I had to move enough records up in the sky like they were rigging news magazines in the newsagents back in the day.
and Quincy, you've done something which is quite unique, I'd say, on the comedy circuit, and put together a show about your experience as a father. And whilst the show, it's got so much serious elements to it, there's also laughs in it. Tell us a bit about that show. What inspired you to make that show?
So what inspired? Well, my children inspired me to do that show, and I believe when I got into comedy, we're all from families who have got relatable stories, and just me raising my sons, and being honest with myself and getting messages across. So I wrote from a point of view, the experience of raising my sons, but when they leave the home. So if we're honest with ourselves as dads, you know what I mean? We want to raise our sons to a point where they are equipped for the world. Once that happens, that's our time, innit? That's our time now. So we get to do what we want to do, to the point, come and visit, but for moments. Yeah. And I spoke about it from a point of view that I reached that point which I promised their mum that I would raise our boys to the best to my ability with my family. And they were both, one went to uni, the other one went to live with his friends, which he was indirectly coerced by myself to go and live with them to experience life. And there was a moment, I was sitting in my house, there was a moment where I was like, Rob, I'm free. I'm free. And it wasn't like it was a beautiful moment, but it was like, I've taken the next stage of parenting. And it reminded me of a time where every now and again, when I used to go to my mum and dad's house, even though that I visit my parents regular, my dad always reminded me, you don't live here no more. Yeah. So like we go to our parents, like I still go in the fridge, innit? I just naturally just go in the fridge. Yeah. And my dad just look at me sideways and said, you don't live here no more. So don't be. And my sons came to visit me one time, and it was like, I know I left the house clean, and they came to visit me, and by the time they left, it was in the morning. My house was like when they were teenagers, and I started to write about the frustrations, but the relatable frustrations that I had experiencing my son came back home. And that's what I spoke about, the 3 grown men living in a house and our relationship changing. So it went from me looking after them, me nurturing them, to now we are now working at a different phase of our relationship. So I spoke about the highs and the lows, but the relatability of being a parent of age. And the reality is that none of us could afford to leave each other.
Listen, Quincy, the obviously for understandable reasons that show's not been able to go ahead. We had the pleasure of joining Quincy, obviously pre-COVID. Are there plans for you to roll it out again after all of this stuff?
Well, I could tell you right now, on the back of that show which you guys witnessed, and I wanted you to come, not just because I know you guys and you mean a lot to me, but I wanted you to see the journey of what you guys do and where I want to take it. So on the back of that show, I got awarded a 2-book deal, which I'm currently doing a book about the show. And I won't say too much, but there are COVID has slowed it down, but there will be a movie.
Wicked.
Wow. Well done, brother.
Excellent.
So and that is on with some good people. So we'll be in time to come. You will be seeing more positive imagery of black men raising the children. They're the realities, but it's not all going to be Do you know you get those film titles? Young black man grew up in the hood, struggling. None of that. It's gonna be from a point of view of the realities and relatable to everybody, regardless of their color or their race. It's gonna be relatable, but it's coming from a black perspective. You know what I mean? In the day, look, I'm in the Fox right now. I'm in the East End. So you know what I mean? There's Eastern Europeans, there's Cockneys, travelers all around me. I'm with my mum. You know what I mean? Just listen what the stories will be about.
Great.
Quincy, thank you for joining us. We've got your handle at the bottom of the screen, so I guess that's how people will find you and follow your journey. Yeah, would that be correct?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just I'm doing my shows on, as you guys know, on the radio, and it's gone from strength to strength, and I'm promoting positivity the best I can, and always going to try and bring that funny when I can. So look, I appreciate you guys taking time out. I apologize once again for the lateness. It wasn't on purpose, but I was with mummy, so
that's
she's
all right.
back. I'm trying to get her alive, man. She ain't having it. My hair ain't done too good.
Quincy, nice one. Thank you very much. We got to keep it moving.
Respect.
Thank you. Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
All right, take it easy. Okay, so we are gonna keep it straight moving. Who have we got? Okay, guys, so where is he at? Yes, Mr. Leather Pants himself.
Do your thing, my brother. Don't make him draw you out. Do your thing.
Take it away. Take us away, Theo. This is all about you.
We're not going to have any more fuss anymore, guys. We're going to just be together now. We're going to be a group together. Okay, we can be Blackstreet. Okay?
Before I let you go.
All right, folks. So listen, this is the last segment from Yo-Yo's Live Lounge that we're coming with. And I'm coming back with the same artist we saw earlier. Her name is Martina Lee. And she's going to be singing a song. It's an uplifting song from the past. Again, just done in a live way. It's called Optimistic. And I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this vibe. Okay, so from Yo-Yo's Live Lounge, this is the last one from me. All right, have a good one, guys.
When in the midst of sorrow, you can't see up when looking down. A brighter day tomorrow will bring. Hey, you hear the voice of reason telling you that this can never be done. No matter how high reality seems, just hold on to your dreams. Yeah. You will always pass the test as long as you keep your head to the sky. You can win as long as you keep. When things around you crumble, no, you don't have to stumble and fall. Keep pushing on and don't you look back. Oh, hey. I know the storms and strife. Count out your outlook on life. Just look ahead and you'll be inspired to be higher and higher. You'll always do your best. If you learn to never say never, maybe down, but you're not down. That's when I will lift you up. as long as you keep your head to the sky.
Have you been denied access to your child? Or is the time you get to spend with your child dependent on the quality of relationship you have with their mother? Here at Father Figure Children and Family Services, we want to support fathers to maximize their role within the lives of their children by supporting them to regain contact with children whom they have been unjustly denied access to. On average, a family lawyer will cost anything from £250 per hour. However, we offer a court advocacy support service, which operates at a fraction of the price with an even more personalized service. We will not only guide and support you every step of the way, but we also provide rental coaching as and when necessary. We'll fill in the forms, write position statements for court, attend court, as well as negotiate with a respondent solicitor. We believe that our 100% success rate of re-establishing contact between fathers and children is due to our ethos, which views the child as the client. You don't just pick us, we choose you too. If you'd like support establishing contact with your child, visit our book online page at www.fatherfigure.org.uk and book yourself a free consultation now. That's www.fatherfigure.org.uk.
Right. So up next, we have our final guest speaker, Mr. Viv O'Moon. Can we get him in the room? Viv O'Moon, how you doing, sir?
Hey.
How are you? Happy Father's Day. Happy Grandfather's Day as well.
Thank you. Same to you guys.
No problem. Viv.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was enjoying the show.
Okay.
Quincy had me laughing away, man. And then watching the games as well. It was very good. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Listen, Viv, I mean, look, you've got many hats, so many hats. Your name was actually called by a previous guest, about the fact that you are someone who's very strategic. But firstly, before we get into Black Men for Change, which we're going to get into, but tell us a bit about yourself, some of the work you've done, because you've done stuff locally, nationally, internationally. So give us a bit of a journey.
It's really strange. Today is a really, really, really powerful day for me, more so than any other Father's Day or birthday or any other celebration day, because I took responsibility for my grandchildren 2 years ago. And it's probably one of the hardest things I've done as an adult, for a whole range of complex reasons. And we're all in families, and we know how messy families can get. And for me, the big old, father, black man to step in and pick up three young children, 4, 6 and 8, a 4-year-old girl, a 6-year-old boy, and an 8-year-old girl, was the last thing that any of us expected would happen. But it's been such a celebratory 2 years for me, and such a liberating 2 years for me. I thought I was on my dean. I kid you, I thought I was on my dean until I picked up those 3 children and realized, oh no, man, you've been sleeping. I had to find that 20-something gear all over again for those 3 children. So I was thinking, what do I actually really want to talk about in the few minutes that I've got? It isn't any of the stuff that I've done outside over the years and the stuff that we've got in the pipeline now. And there's a lot that we've got in the pipeline. The thing that I'm most proud of, so humbling it makes me weak, is the fact that those 3 grandchildren now, all they can do is laugh and terrorize their granddad. Yeah, that is the most, uplifting, humbling, profoundly you know, I am not often lost for words, but I cannot find the words to express how grateful I am that God gave me the opportunity to be in service to those 3 children. I just can't. And, you know, you guys, listen, I don't want to talk about me. I want to know what you guys are going to do going forwards. You know, I see this like a taster. You know, are you man seriously now?
Strategic, you know.
This guy get to it and mobilize nationally, because, you know, it cost me £25,000 hard cash, right, to pay the barrister to give me the guidance and support I needed to unlock those 3 children from the grip of Barking and Dagenham, who were determined to lock them up. Let's be honest. Let's be straight and honest, right? It required me to write a 40-page response to the social worker's 100-page document explaining why I, a man without a criminal record, a pillar of my community, wasn't fit to have my grandchildren. Not requiring any money from them. When they looked in my bank account, my current account, it was fat. I can't say how fat it was because taxman might be sitting and watching. But let me assure you, yeah, they were shocked when they saw what they saw in the current account, and yet they still were able to turn around and say, we don't think you're right. And it was only because I could write my own 40-page response and hang them with their own words and pay £25,000 for my own barrister and call on my own good friend, Judge Peter Herbert in Kenya, who said he would fly over and speak for me, that I was able to unlock those children for the grip of that dysfunctional, racist system.
And you know what? It's
I'm nearly done. But how many people are there like me? Now, I all I'm saying is, brothers, you guys, you're the experts, you're the leaders in this space, and there's now time for you to step up another gear. Because coming out of this lockdown, right, you know, the social services is a broken system. It's broken. It's morally bankrupt. These are just the facts, right? We require, warriors like yourselves to step up and mobilize all these disparate, fractured men's organizations and groups across the country so that we can address this thing proper. Here's my belly done.
Viv, this has not gone in the direction that we expected. However, that's not a problem. That is not a problem. What you talk about, unfortunately for me, is something that I experience very regularly within my work. Be it through the, as you said, where disenfranchised fathers feel that social services and children's services are not supporting them and are not giving them the right crack at the whip, not giving them a chance. We heard Peter speak earlier on about how important the work is that, you know, he and I have done in Brent with regards to working with social workers. And I don't want to even demonize social workers, because at the same time, you know, you have individuals who work within that sector, and it's a sector that, you know, they are trained a specific way and it only allows you to operate a certain way. But you are so right. If we talk about men who have been denied contact, who are experiencing a similar pain, they feel that same, you know, that the system is fully against them. I've had guys come to the organization having already spent £30,000, having already spent £20,000, and are still in a bad, you know, situation. So it is really interesting, because especially someone like yourself, okay, and that's why people do need to hear this conversation and hear what's being said. You're talking about someone, as he said, is a pillar of his community, no criminal record, none of these issues. Yet why would a service, which is it's gonna cost, you know, what we're talking, I think, look, I might be wrong, but we're talking about a minimum of £40,000 to £60,000 a year to take care of those children. 3. Yet you've got a father who wants to, a grandfather who wants to take his children on, and they're saying no. What were the things? What were the things when we say there's no criminal record, there's no, you know, there's no issues around, you know, your who you are? What were the issues that these people found that made you couldn't be their guardian?
Yeah, And I want to keep it relevant to all these other fathers, right? Even as I answer these questions, because I want to read. First point you made is that it's not about the social workers in the system, right? You're absolutely right. It is a systemic problem.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a systemic problem that turns Black professionals, right, despite what they are trying to do, against their own community. Right. So let me give you two of the key points, because this isn't about me, but it just goes to show how twisted this thing is. The social worker who was engaging with me didn't like the way I carried myself. So, you know, and I know I've got this thing about me, right? So people start to get in this little kind of, you know, mental kind of game with me and stuff. And she kept coming up short. And anyone who's been through an assessment will know it's a very intense process. And so as she's going through this process with me, she kept coming up short over and over and over again. She asked me for my DBS. Now, I've worked for the Home Office, I've worked for the Cabinet Office, and so on and so forth. I've gone through the highest possible checks, right? And for whatever reason, because of their dysfunction, even though I gave them the paperwork, they lost it all and come up short 5 times. She said to me, your name's, what's this Amun? Where does the, I'm paraphrasing heavily, where's the Amun thing come from? Where's that come from? I already knew that there's something wasn't right with this woman. So I now everything's been audit trailed. And I say to people, audit trail everything. Audit trail everything. So I said to her, I wanted to change the name. She said, no, Viv, don't be evasive. Why did you want to change the name? So I put it in writing. I said, Reed, once I realized who I am and where I come from wasn't my name, I no longer felt comfortable with it. So I changed it. In the report, what she stated was, for some reason, you know, he was unwilling to give his DBS, so we still don't have a check on his criminal record, so we don't know what he may be hiding. And then she also said, for some reason, he was unwilling to tell us why he changed his name. So that she's edging at this kind of Kehinde, you know what I mean, al-Jizi, that kind of thing. That's what she was edging at. But I recorded everything. I recorded when I gave the information, and I recorded when she responded. And I was able to put down a 40-page report that showed there's something not right with this woman, which is why I was able to get out of it. But she only provided the report, the 100-page report, 10 days before we were due to go to court. So that was a 19-year-old brother. Anxious, already stressed out. He's got bills, probably even, you know, policeman chasing him. He's maybe, you know, self-medicating to try and keep himself sane. He can't manage his rage, so he's coming across as angry and disrespectful. And then he gets a 100-page report 10 days before the court saying, nah, you can't have your opinion of them. Yeah. It took me, I went to the Lake District. I booked the best hotel in the Lake District. Oh man, anyway, I'm a boy at the Lake District and sat down. First 2 days, I couldn't do anything. And then it was the third day I was able to sit down and begin, pull all together, all the stuff that I'd been gathering all that time in order to drop that head on them. And then be able to drop names at the end of it. I said, oh, character reference, Judge Peter Herbert. Character reference, Boris Johnson. Character reference, Lord Kamlesh. But I was able to put that at the end of this thing. But all of our youths out there now who are struggling, who are coming out of this madness, maybe ain't got no job as a consequence of what's gone on, have to be dealing with all of this on top of it. Maybe they're all crunched up in the house, you know, it's exploded up, you know, the missus is looking for something out of them, they're not delivering, they're all caught up in the thing, violence ensues, they all get pulled up, it all gets messy, and there's no going back.
Yeah.
The mum's angry, the man's angry, and all the rest of it. So I think the critical point I'm trying to make is, you know, with all of this external pressure, right, it's inevitable that families are going to buckle. We know this. The critical question I'm asking is where are we in our community? What are we doing to make sure that they've got the support that they need? Because they're not going to get it from the system. And just to segue in nice and neat, because I know time is tight for you guys, Black Men for Change has been brought into existence just to facilitate the establishment of these kinds of networks. So Black Men for Change ain't about setting up another organization. No, not at all. We're just coordinating amongst ourselves as brothers what we've already got to make sure that it works systemically. You can't separate out the stuff with, you know, fathers who are estranged under pressure, mothers who are left with the children who are under pressure. You can't separate that out from the health issues that we're experiencing in our community, from the mental health issues that we're experiencing in our community, the economic issues that we're, you know, wealth poverty is a killer. You know, we're least likely to get a loan to set up a business. I live on a high street now with the Turkish boy. They got their bounce backs and refurbished their shops, and they're out there. They're better than they were before the lockdown. So all of these things are interconnected. As long as we continue to function as sole traders, yeah, siloed, we will not be able to get on top of this team.
So Viv, so if I'm a small black organization and I'm thinking about, well, this guy's making sense, I want to get involved. What's the process? How do we do this?
Well, if we're talking about the issue that you lot have been driving today, yeah, I'd be expecting them to bang down you man's email on phone and get you lot to mobilize and set up the network that they can pull in underneath. I've done my time. You lot know I've done my. It's not about me trying to set up anything. And the network, Black Men for Change Network, has got other seasoned warriors in there who are trying to make sure that they give back as much as possible and provide a structure that means we can pull down. We want to pull down our taxpayers' contract of 4 million. We can, because we've got the robustness to be able to do that. That's what it's about. And you're the experts in this. The way you man move in this space is second to none. So for me, it's about me pushing on, cajoling you, coming on here and ambushing you and saying, set up the thing. We're 100% behind you. If we have to support you to get additional resources, expertise, if we have to, hold up Sadiq Khan to draw down the money for UNO, if we have to pull in organizations like Change, Grow, Live with its £600 million turnover to underwrite what you lot are doing, it's done. Because when we move like that, we can't be stopped.
Wow.
I'm tired. We were talking the other day just to say, I don't go on Facebook anymore because I'm tired of seeing these people go up there and banging their own little team. Insta's getting the same way. It's like you go there and they're only up there getting their own therapy by banging their own individualized thing. That's not going to get us out of it. Let's not be performative. You can't talk partnership and collaborative working. You've got to do it.
Viv, thank you very much. I mean, look, we wanted to talk about some of the things you've done, but I think rightfully so, you've decided that, look, let me give you. I mean, I know some of your story because we've obviously met and spoken on a few occasions, but I think it is important, and I think it is really, really, really important that you shared that story because I see it happen to so many guys, and the element of what you've just spoken about, we haven't even spoken about. You spoke about what if you're a young guy and you're doing this and you're going for it, but what about the trauma that for some of us that we've experienced just in our growing up that we have normalized? In this field, what I realize is that so much in our community, what we just take for just a normal thing, just everyday thing, that's just how it was. That's trauma. And it has a knock-on effect. And if we talk about, I don't want to get into too much jargon, but people should look up and start reading up about what they call ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, because these things are actually shortening the life of our children. Okay, imagine just to know that if you as a family, which we all have our arguments and disagreements, but if your children are experiencing this on a regular basis and it's getting to a certain level, you are actually shortening their life. Yeah, and I'm not going to go into that and tell you how and why. Look it up, and maybe on future stuff that we do, you'll hear more about what ACEs actually is. But we haven't even touched on that side of it. We're talking about guys who are yourself who present a certain way, and yet the system was prepared to take those children. And we know what the statistics say about children who grow up in the system, right? I mean, it doesn't fare well. It doesn't fare well. It just doesn't. And that's just the fact. But
yeah. Wow. Viv, just want to say thank you for that. I think we've got work to do.
Looks like it.
He's sent the gauntlet out now.
If the strategist has anything to do with it.
Yeah. Okay. My brother, we will be talking very soon, taking you up on that offer. Again, any organizations that want to sit down with us and collaborate, like Mr. O'Moon has been saying, then we're up for it. And let's get this moving for our children's children. Yeah, for our children's children. Yeah.
Viv, thank you very much for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You're doing great work, guys. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Wow.
Viv O'Moon.
Yeah.
So,
like Andrew Mohammed said earlier, strategist.
He did. He called it before. He didn't even. I don't know if he even knew he was coming on. Right. Can we go over to our bikers and see what?
Advert first. Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back in a sec.
Really excited to tell you, my name's Eddie, and I'll be with Lisa Marie Carr, courtesy of Father to Father, for Walk This Way, supported by Enfield Council and Nexus. And it's about being a better you, really, and helping to shape a better society. If I'm honest, I do lots and lots of shows about problems, you know, whatever it might be. Things that are done to us, things that impact our lives, things that we sometimes feel as though we can do nothing about. And I'm really excited about this show because here is a show that we can affect a change. There'll be people on there who change things, develop things, build things, made things, and we can learn from them. We can share experiences with them. So it's an entirely positive show. And I've got to tell you, it's a long time since I've done one of those. So I can't wait. We're doing 3. First one, 1st of July. Let's tell you who's on it. Head teacher Anthony Williams, founder of the mentoring organization Urban Synergy, Layla Thomas, fantastic human being, political activist and star of The Voice, Jermaine Jackman, and as a consultant and educational psychologist, Laverne Antrobus. So that's us. I'm looking for you now to share the word. I'm looking for you to tell people. Because we can't just moan, we've got to do something. Right, and here's a lovely opportunity. Thank you to Father to Father. Thank you to Nexus and Enfield Council. Myself and Lisa Marie Carr, Thursday, the 1st of July, 8 p.m. sharp. So come and join us and let's see what we can learn and let's see what difference we can make. I'm looking forward very much to doing it. I'm looking forward to having you with us as well.
Amid the clashes between police and protesters in London yesterday, there was one image that stood out, that of a black man carrying a white injured demonstrator out of the crowds to safety. Patrick Hutchinson told our correspondent John Ray he didn't hesitate to help.
Amid so many ugly images, so much hatred and so much division, there was one that offered hope.
It's not black or white, we're a human race, you know?
A black man carrying an injured white man to safety.
You know, I didn't see color. I just saw a human being on the floor, possibly coming to his end.
Waterloo Station, where anti-racist campaigners confronted far-right protesters. A white man had been surrounded and gone to ground.
It was absolute mayhem around this man, and you couldn't even see where he was.
He may well owe his life to the black men who came to his rescue.
If you're not there to stop it happening, then you're almost party to it just by being there and watching it. You know, the George Floyd incident that happened in America, if those 3 other officers had done what we did and stopped the man that murdered him, things would be very different.
Patrick is one of 5 friends, a company of bodyguards who worked together to watch over black activists and feared the consequence of bloodshed.
I do feel proud that I saved 2 lives rather than 1 life, you know, because obviously if someone would have killed him, he would have been to prison, and that gentleman there would have died as well. Yeah, so in that sense, I'm proud.
Not heroes, they insist, just men who did the right thing. They say they've suffered racism in their own lives, so time now for the government to do the right thing to end discrimination.
Let them pick us up over the shoulder and take us to safety.
I have to believe that there'll be equality for all of us one day. I have children and I have grandchildren, and I have to believe that it will get better for them eventually.
So for all the recriminations and soul searching this weekend, there is plenty of good to be found. John Ray, ITV News.
Now, amidst the violence in London over the weekend, as far-right protesters clashed with police.
Right. So, where's our biker? Let's get him on screen. So, ladies and gentlemen who have been locked on, no sound, please. Those who have been locked on all day will know that we've been giving out Inspirational Father Awards. And it will not take genius to work out that our next winner of our Inspirational Black Father Award is Mr. Patrick Hutchinson. Patrick, how are you?
Listen, guys, man, I don't know how you managed to pull this off, but
listen.
Like, people have been acting a bit shady around me, but like, yeah, listen, I'm really, I really appreciate this award. Yeah, listen, I'm still in shock. Like,
so if you look on this, firstly, Patrick, we want to say Happy Father's Day to you.
Yeah.
We want to apologize to your wife and partner because we should have been there. Our biker, if you look on the screen, our biker, he was last in Wood Green or Cheshunt, and he should have been with you about an hour ago. And so your wife has probably been going on doing a whole heap of stuff in the name of us to try and divert you away from knowing what's going on, and he's just struggling in traffic. So he will be with you soon, but we want to apologize to Juanita for all the delays. But you will be getting a bag with an award and some other stuff, because we want to just say that we appreciate you. I want to say, Patrick, you are I don't know how much times a better man than me you are. I don't know how you did what you did on that day. You've been interviewed by all the corporates and all the big stations, but look, you're here talking to another black man, and I want to tell you, brother, I don't know that I could have done what you did, right? That what you did is so like beyond the moral compass you set for your children, for other men watching is so important. And what we talk about is the importance of, the example we set for our children. It's one thing saying something, but to actually be able to, in the heat of the moment, to pick up that guy, to pick him up when we were in such a stage where the world was we were on tenterhooks for what we seen. We witnessed another public lynching. It was not much too dissimilar to many videos we've seen before. So it was quite easy for you to have just left that guy. Even if you didn't want to help him, you could have just left him. You could have left him and no one would have said anything to you. But we want to thank you for what you did on that day, because it was a shining example to us, to our community, to us as men, that we can always be better. So thank you for that.
Listen, man, I really appreciate you, and thank you for the thanks. I didn't do it for the thanks; it was just one of those instinctive things. But I appreciate and taking all the accolades that have come with it. Listen, thank you guys, thank you, and I hope this guy this guy isn't coming to take me out. He's coming to drop something off. You sure? Yeah.
Yeah. We promise.
He's not a hitman, no.
No.
Okay.
No. There is about 5. There's about 6 or 7 of them, so don't get too worried. But they are coming, and they're coming with your award. So we want to say again, thank you for everything you've done. Your beautiful children and your partner, who's been stressing. Someone in the comments said that we took her away from the rice and peas, so she's probably really upset. But thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you for what you've done. Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, guys. I won't forget this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. You'll get your prize soon. Send us a picture on our
on the gram.
What do you call it? On our social media when you've got your award. Yeah.
Yes, I will do.
Nice one. Thank you. All right. Have a lovely day, you and the family. Take it easy. Right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Have we done it?
Where have we got left? I think we have one thing left. Which is that we're gonna
ad.
We're gonna do that after the ad or before the ad? After the ad.
After the ad.
Okay, yeah. We'll have our ad
and
then we'll do our last thing that we've got to do for you this evening. Evening, yeah. And not join the men talking conversation.
As a black man, you're under more pressure than the average person. Every single day, you step out in the street, you're under more pressure, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, in terms of your identity, than most people. That in itself will mitigate toward mental ill health.
It's a safe space for men to discuss issues and challenges, but also a space for men to build and uplift.
When I hear the talk, oh, why don't we do like the Indian guys, or why don't we do like the Jewish guys, or whatever, and then I don't think it's an equivalency that we can make, because there are other systemic things in place that they tagged onto earlier than we did. So I don't know. I think we can get really frustrated if we try and index ourselves to them.
I've seen my dad's story. It didn't always look pretty, but it did instill in me values.
To join the conversation, visit fatherfigure.org.uk, select Men Talking and follow the instructions. Men Talking, where men talk. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're it. That's it. We're at the end.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do before we finish is we're going to have a 1 minute silence. And that's, you know, for all the fathers and anyone that we've lost throughout this year. You know, in my family, we've had a death of my niece very recently. We'll be laying her to rest next week, and we've lost many others. So we're going to do a 1 minute silence, and then we will close off the show after that. So we'll start that now. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We are an hour and 10 minutes over our time.
Well, you know, good quality entertainment.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Again, we wish you happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you. I guess we should say our thanks.
Well, you know, we always have to give our thanks to our ladies, our wives.
I think they call them the better halves.
Oh, is it the better? Yeah, the better halves.
I think that, So we definitely say thank you to our better halves in the background doing a whole load of the work. We say thank you to media.net.
MediaNet.
Check them out. They facilitated a great program for us today. Thank you to everyone who's got involved today, all those who took part in our games, all our guests, the fathers that we've awarded. It's another year. It's
comedians,
everyone.
My brother, Yo-Yo Lounge,
DeRay Palmer.
Yeah.
So guys, look, you can watch this back again if there's information you want to get, but you can also check us out at our different social media sites and our websites. We are contactable if there's any support that you think we may be able to help you with.
Yeah.
Courtney, is there anything left for us to say? I'm not sure, apart from thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you. It's been another year, 2 years in a row that we've made it happen, regardless of COVID. And who knows whether we'll ever do a live face-to-face event again. Exactly. But thanks, guys. Thank you for joining us. Can we cut to Duke? Is he anywhere? Is he there? Is he close? No, he's still going. So we'll maybe get him to film it. I don't know, and upload it to our social media platforms. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep.
The rest of your Father's Day.
Right. Yeah? Peace. We're out.
All right.